Hey everybody, welcome to stream. Give me just a moment while I make sure we're all good and live, and we'll get started in just a second. Hope you guys are all doing well. How's everyone's Christmas or Christmas Eve going so far? Hope it's somewhat enjoyable. Mine's been okay, not amazing. Just an alright start to the day. I have a lot that I want to talk about, so we'll get to that in a minute. I just a lot on my mind right now. It's all mostly relating to the depression stuff that I talked about. Also, like a few things that are Christmas related. But yeah, I guess let's get into some discussion. There's some stuff I want to talk about that I haven't. It's regarding some streams later, not like right now, but I think I'm going to need a bit of a break between in like some point early next year. I was pushing myself to stream more than I wanted to this year, and I'm not saying it in a bad way. I'm saying that because of these depression problems and having issues, I'm feeling like I'm having a really, really rough time getting through my everyday life right now. Things have just been kind of not great for me. I don't know, it's easier to understand from like perspective if you've had any experience at this, but like I don't know if my depression situation right now has gotten any better or if it's getting worse. I can tell you guys all about it and sit down and talk about it right now, and tell you guys what I'm thinking about. Okay, so right, let's get into discussing. This is going to be for the best that I talk about this now and get off my chest. I've been struggling to get motivated to stream. It sounds weird, but it's the truth. I've told you guys that I've had like bursts of like depression or had problems that have come up and bothered me, and I felt like total crap and stops me from streaming sometimes. I don't know if it's actually worse right now or better, honestly, because I've been feeling lately when I get up and start my day like things are going like it's not the same, it's different, and I don't know if in a good way or a bad way. Like I've found the past 2 or 3 days I've been waking up feeling really bad, like a lot of self-doubt, and then I have to spend part of the day like clearing my head and making sure I feel better, and then once I actually have my self-confidence back a little bit, then I like feel up to streaming, and it's not exactly easy to get into that right headspace and try to fix things and try to make myself feel capable of streaming again. It's very, very rough, and I don't think I can keep doing this for streaming right now. I mentioned depression problems a few months ago and how I was having a lot of depression problems, and now this has kind of gotten to be really bad, so I don't know. I'm honestly thinking, and I don't know, I don't say about maybe February, March, I might take a break from streaming for a month or two. I was only going to do like a stream like every day or two of every month just to keep up with like updating you guys on stuff, and I've gone well past that unintentionally just to do some shiny hunting stuff, and it's not what I expected. I don't know if I can keep doing this with my streams because I don't feel like I'm in the right headspace right now. I think the depression's just weighing on me too hard, and it's making it awkward to like speak to you guys. I already had like problems with streaming before where not easy for me to convey my thoughts out, so yeah, it's been rough to say the least. It's been concerning, and I needed a bit of a break, so it's gonna be either February or maybe things end the way I hope they are in terms of like getting some stuff done. I might take a break in January, I don't know. I need some time to cool off and take it easy. Try to get myself back under control, because right now I feel like I don't have enough like fight in me to keep my head clear and to avoid feeling depressed for no good reason. I don't want to be like this on my streams. I don't even know if I can keep streaming like this. I feel like it's just gonna swallow me up in all the nasty depression if I do, so yeah. And this year's poured on problem after problem after problem for me, so I mean, outside of just that, there's already issues with me streaming, so yeah, I think I would be best off taking a little bit of a break so I can just get some time away from streaming, just give myself a little bit of time to relax. I think that's what's best right now, is that I don't prioritize streaming and I give myself some air. Honestly, it sucks dealing with depression. It ruins you as a person. Fucks with you so much. It makes you feel worthless and awful, and it feels like you're not completely yourself, at least in my case. Like, it feels like I'm being controlled by something else, like my brain's not under my control, and like my thoughts are too scattered and not what I actually think. It's like, I feel like there's something deep inside of me, like, suppressing me, trying to make me feel worse, that kind of thing. Honestly, it's a scary thing to talk about. I'm sorry if this is a little bit of an awkward conversation. It's like not the easiest for people to understand or not the most interesting, but I feel like I need to talk about this for a little bit. Get this off my mind, at least. I wonder how many streamers have dealt with something similar to what I'm dealing with. Before I continue, is chat okay? Just checking if there's anybody in the chat that's watching, or if it's actually just me right now. I think it's just me just checking. But yeah, I wonder how many streamers are going through the same crap I am, and how many have, like, quit over this. I can only imagine dealing with this. I know I'm not completely alone and having depression problems, but yeah, it's been rough. I couldn't imagine how other people have gone through this, and I feel like a lot of people probably would quit in my position, and I kind of have. I just haven't, like, I haven't stepped into shiny hunting yet, which I was going to, and I'm going to very, very soon. In fact, I had a goal in mind, but this is taking longer than I wanted it to. I don't know, guys. I hate saying it, but I feel like maybe after I get done with some of this stuff, I might actually just stop streaming altogether, and I don't want to. It's like I said on my, like, update video, I genuinely worry that maybe I'm not cut out for streaming right now, at least not while I'm like this. In general, I don't mind streaming. I think it's fine, and I have a lot of fun with it, but like this, I just feel like I'm a shell of a person, and I struggle to get my thoughts out, and I feel awkward and uncomfortable, and it's like, if I'm going to be struggling to fight depression through every step of streaming, it's going to be very hard to deal with. I don't know. We'll see about what I'm feeling, and I'll talk to you guys more and tell you guys how I feel on the streams. I know there's a lot of people here who support me, even if there are a lot of people who don't show up or don't say anything, or there's people who watch and don't say anything, and also get some negative people on the streams. And I know there's a lot of people out here who care, so I will keep you guys actually in the loop about what's going on. Excuse me, I couldn't get my wording correctly there for a second. I think I'm good now. Let's try to focus on other stuff anyway, and try not to think too much about the whole thing about, like, depression. It's been bad, but I'm gonna try and take that off my mind for a little bit. So yeah, we're at the 24th. How's everyone's Christmas season going right now? Anything good happen? I know some people in the community are from, like, other countries, yeah, and end up doing their celebrating a little early and get to open their presents on, like, the 24th rather than the 25th. Anybody got anything good? And you guys done anything fun? Just curious to hear, like, what all everybody's been doing right now. I've been, like, checking on, like, Twitch for some fun streams. Usually streamers I watch usually do, like, some Christmas games. It's usually pretty fun to watch that and see what all comes on for Christmas games that people will stream. I like having some sort of, like, special themed Christmas thing to watch or whatever. It's fun to do something like that. I want to set something up for myself to do, like, a stream like that, but I don't think I don't know if I can actually get that set up right. I'm not sure if I've got the know-how to find those kind of games. I've seen people find Christmas games. It's a little awkward, like, looking at streams and trying to looking around, like, trying to find, like, this kind of stuff, like, find games for Christmas. Halloween games is easy when you look at that. Some, like, a lot of, like, holidays not too bad, but, like, Christmas games, I feel like they're not very common. Not like it's really a big deal, just something I was thinking about. I can't name any, like, big Christmas games that I can think of, though, when I mention Christmas games. Hold on a second. I'm gonna check on a thing or two, but I need to do one thing first. Okay, I think we're good to do this. I was gonna check on a stat on the YouTube page just to get a little bit of verification of something. Yeah, okay. And copy this for the moment. Alright, I think we're good. Let's continue. So what have you guys been doing today? Anything interesting? I don't think there's anything like majorly interesting going on right now. I mean, I used to do a lot more at Christmas time, actually. I mean, when I was younger, that is. We didn't do a whole lot. I don't think we ever put up, like, Christmas lights. I'm thinking, in fact, I don't know if I ever decorated our Christmas tree. We did live in the country, like, when I was with my parents, and so we didn't have a lot of people that were around. It was just, like, us and, like, a few neighbors that were around. One thing I actually always enjoyed about Christmas, it was like a small thing, and I think I grew to appreciate it more like every year, was going out and looking at Christmas lights. There's something nice about going out and seeing people's Christmas lights, seeing what people do with their decorating, and seeing, well, kind of cool, and seeing cool stuff people put up. Some people go, like, overboard and put up some really crazy stuff. I think my grandparents used to have, like, a Mickey Mouse thing or something where it's like a Santa hat on Mickey or something, and they put it up on their rooftop, something like that, and they would do that every Christmas time. That was pretty neat decoration. What are some cool decorations you guys have seen for Christmas lights? If you guys have seen any, that's like a thing that's always a big deal in America, at least, is seeing Christmas lights hung out. I remember something I saw that was pretty funny on Reddit, though. Somebody was like, there's a poster, somebody was driving by a bunch of houses, like Christmas lights, and they drew by one house, had like a whole bunch of stuff and a huge amount of lights, and then the next house over just like had an arrow pointing at the house that was like directly to the left of it. They just passed, like the one that had all the fancy decorations out, like they didn't even want to try to stop and compete with the other lights over on the other house. That's something I find really funny. I like when people can be really creative with their Christmas light. I don't think even when I get older, well, I say when I get older, I mean, I'm already getting close to 30, like another 2 years I'll be 30, but yeah, I don't know if I'll ever get into, like, the habit of doing Christmas lights. I'm in an apartment now, so I can't really do much with lights, even if I wanted to. It's a neat little thing, though. There's something to be said that's, like, kind of special about going out and, like, looking at all the Christmas lights in a neighborhood, or driving through like a little special setup where there's like Christmas lights you can look at, see them all glowing in the dark, see how pretty it is. That's always nice to me. I always enjoy that. And then there's always the fun of sitting down and watching a Christmas movie or something like that. I always enjoy that. Those are pretty decent Christmas traditions. I don't think there's anything else that's big that happens during Christmas that I don't really do, or anything that's like fairly common that I can think of that's the Christmas activity. I mean, thinking realistically, I guess the only thing I can think of is like, it was always something where like every Christmas we'd probably get like video games or new console or whatever, and as a result, we'd end up like going out and playing them in our rooms all day long. That's pretty much a tradition for any kid, and even adults, I think, in that same regard, get excited to have like a brand new appliance and then use it and check it out the whole day. I'm looking forward to January right now. I mean, I'm still looking forward to Christmas, but I need to replace my phone, and I have to get some more money together, and by January I can actually finally buy a new cell phone that actually works, because God knows I've been needing one for quite some time, and I don't think I can keep hanging on to the crappy cell phone I've been like holding on to for so long. So yeah, I need a new one really bad. I don't know if I told you guys, my current phone's actually regressed in how useful it is, from like being somewhat useful where it was working for a while, like 60 to 50, and then went to 70 to 80 when it'd die, and now it's like at 90% and it'll die without any warning. It's bad right now. I cannot use it very well. It does not charge very well. It is just a gigantic hunk of junk that has like no proper use to it. Is YouTube's thing like glitched out right now? I'm seeing where the playback is going like back and forth on like viewer numbers. I'm pretty sure that's not supposed to happen. I'm pretty sure playback should stick to a solid number of playbacks. What the hell? That's bizarre. Can't understand why that's happening. Not that it's that big of a deal, but it is kind of bizarre. Okay, yeah, it seems like refreshing might have fixed it. I don't really care too much. Just find that really, really strange and abnormal. Alright, whatever. Let's see. You guys ever eat anything, like, really good for, like, holiday meals? Like, I think it's tradition in pretty much most places to do something fancy. Have, like a special Christmas meal with, like, a lot of food, or special Thanksgiving meal with a lot. That when it comes time for those holidays, makes sense too. Thanksgiving is always about, like, having that big Thanksgiving meal where everybody's around the table eating turkey, ham, whatever, usually pumpkin pie, that kind of stuff. That's always good. And I know most families will have, like, a traditional thing where somebody makes, like, a little specialty food that they make and they bring along to the table that everybody can share and eat. Usually it's one person brings, like, a certain dish or whatever. That's something I always enjoy about Thanksgiving and Christmas, is, like, the food. It's always really good. Even if and I know this is going to sound weird to anybody who's really young, but I mean, as you get older, kind of stop caring about the presents quite as much as you keep going and, like, getting older. More about the point of, like, sometimes you just want to be able to enjoy yourself, or just have, like, time to spend with your family, time doing whatever. I don't know, I think a lot of older viewers that I've had on here, which I don't have a whole lot, like, I think most of them could probably understand what I mean about Christmas not really being about getting gifts when you get older and older. It just doesn't feel like it's as important. Unfortunately, I know giving is bigger than Christmas and, like, receiving. For the last 2 years, I haven't been able to do much for giving gifts, not because I haven't wanted to, but because of money problems. I forget why last year, but I had some issues, and this year I can't give anybody any gifts because of my cell phone. I have to save up all my money to buy a new cell phone, and it's so bad that I need a new one. Like, I can't keep delaying it. If some accident happens, it won't be good. I need to replace it, and as a result, I can't get any Christmas gifts for anybody, and I feel terrible about it because I really want to, and it's being held back by crappy stuff happening in life. And of course, it all has to happen near Christmas time, where I don't have any money together for it either, when I would normally be spending it on gifts for family or whatever. I mean, this year's been bad for the holidays and Christmas in general, though, with the whole COVID-19 thing, so I guess it's not completely terrible, but it's not great either. It just makes me feel bad if it's not my intention. Ugh, fuck. Also, I guess I should talk a little bit on the stream thing. I talked a little bit about how I was feeling earlier, about how I'm going to take a break at some point, which I'm not going to exaggerate that. I will take a break at some point, because I think I need it to feel like I can stream a little better, hopefully do something about how the depression problems are getting out of hand. Or was I, though? Is there something wrong with YouTube today? What the hell? My playback number really is, like, pushing backwards. That does not make any sense on why that's happening. I thought playback was just the amount of time somebody's, like, looked at the stream, like, how many people had checked it out in total, and concurrent was, like, how many people are watching. The hell? Oh well, whatever. Where was I? I got sidetracked. Talking about stream, and then I lost my placement. Oh yeah, I was talking about, like, how long I'm going to be going today. I don't know how my plans for the rest of the month are going to be. Today I'm going to do, like, at least, like, 3, maybe 4 hours, depending. I want to get in some extra encounters and get up to 300 encounters and get myself bounced up to 400 Regice, maybe. Depending if I can get the shiny or not. If I get the shiny, then I guess we're not going to bother doing that. We'll just move along to our next target and then start trying to collect that. I won't be playing tomorrow if I get a shiny today, but
I'm gonna try my best to see if I can get anything to happen. One thing I don't love about this game, I guess I want to talk about that for a second, like, as much as I find this game to be pretty alright, and I don't mind playing it and shiny hunting, like, I gotta say, it can be very frustrating not having any control over the shiny hunting and not knowing how long it's gonna take. My last hunt was not even that terrible, but it wasn't great feeling because I went over odds. I'm hoping that the shiny hunt that I do for Regice will be quicker and under odds. I'm not going to get my hopes up because God knows I don't have a huge chance of getting it early, but if I got it by like 900 or even like 1,000 or like 1,200, I'd be happy to get it just a little bit early and then move on to the next hunt. That would make me feel significantly happier if I could just get this done like a lot quicker than the last time I did a hunt. I don't think that's going to happen though. But if it does, that'd be fantastic. I'd be very pleased that happens. I guess all we can do is hope. I wish there was something you could do to control how lame this is. Like how long it takes. I've seen people who need like 10,000 or even 9,000 encounters in some of their hunts, and that scares me looking at that. Especially knowing I'm going after all 6 of these things. Apparently these guys are like, this is like just a small thing I learned, and it's not really a big deal, but apparently all these static encounters, legendaries, are very, very likely if you get a shiny to be stars, whereas if you get lucky, you get like a 1 out of 16% chance where you can get a square shiny. I don't expect we're going to get any. I mean, maybe I'll be wrong. It'd be nice if we did, though. It would have been cool to have a square shiny Regidrago, but I mean, I wasn't about to waste more time. Once I got the shiny to pop up, I was fine with whatever I got, to be honest, instead of sitting there wasting more time hoping for a different shiny effect. I'm still curious, like, what actually determines, like, the shiny effect on the Pokemon, and, like, why they made a second, like, new effect just for this game. I'm not sure if this is the first time they've had more than one particle effect on Pokemon, though. It is kind of neat how they made, like, square shinies and star shinies, like, 2 separated things, though. It's a very, very weird thing they did, and I kind of like it, though. I mean, it gives you a different feel. It's a unique way to look at Pokemon. You get to see some even more interesting and sometimes more rare shinies than others. Like, egg shinies are usually star, and wild encounters are usually supposed to be square, with statics being star, so yeah, square egg, star wild, or square, like, static encounter, you know, you've got something actually rare. I found that to be kind of cool. I wonder if they're ever going to, like, change some of these, because some of these are not great, like Regice, like the one I'm hunting right now, I'm not a big fan of. It does not look like it's very easy to distinguish from the original. It'd be great to see some of these lazier shinies get like an overhaul and end up looking way better. I mean, when you look at some of these, they look like they didn't have any thought or care put into them. You want an example of a really bad one, try looking up the Cubfu or Rishifu stuff. That stuff does not look very good shiny-wise. I'd say Zarude, honestly, isn't that impressive a shiny either, though. Like 1 color change, I think, and it's like on its stomach, and that's it. I'm gonna check my Pokédex. I don't think it's gonna matter, but keeping up with, like, where my account is would be good. Yeah. Still haven't got any shiny yet. That's perfectly fine. I wasn't expecting to get any time too soon, but gotta double check every now and then, just in case. I'll be able to tell when I get Registeel and Regirock. Same, actually, really, like, I think everything I should be able to tell, hopefully, relatively easy, besides maybe this one, since this one's kind of similar looking. The others, I'm not so certain about that, though. Okay, give me a second. I'm gonna, like, look at my list, see what I want to talk about. I mean, I have a few things I could bring up, but unless anybody's here to, like, discuss them, those are things I don't really feel like I'm in the mood to talk about too much. Things that wouldn't really be as interesting without some people to discuss. I've seen too many people drop by over the last day or two. At least everybody's having a good Christmas then if they're not dropping by. I don't mind I mean, I'm used to doing this, but still. Give me a second or two, guys. I'm going to look at my stuff, like I said, really fast. It shouldn't take more than a moment. I'd really, really be happy to get my hands on this Regice before Christmas time, actually. There's something I'm finding really weird about this before I continue and, like, say anything else. It might just be me, but the playback counter keeps going up, but not only does that happen, like, I don't see anybody getting added to the concurrent view count or, like, anybody that's watching on my dashboard. When I check the chat room, yeah, my test message pops up, but nobody's sending any chat messages or anything. It's like completely just nothing. I'm confused. What's going on with that? Like, I think I've reloaded the page a few times to check on some things, but I don't think that's all the times that it's been the page getting checked on. I'm wondering why my thing's going upwards and supposedly nobody's watching here. That's really weird to me. Really weird. Wonder what's going on with that. Not that I care too much, just very, very strange. I don't understand YouTube. I mean, YouTube's weird algorithm, frankly. I wish they'd just tell me how many people were live watching, and that's all I really give too much of a shit about right now, is seeing how many people are paying attention to the stream. More than anything is that. Anyway, let's go back to looking at some stuff and find out what I'm going to talk about. I think we're talking about food for a little bit, so we can go back to that topic. I mean, why not? I wanted to talk about, like, Christmas or Thanksgiving meals. What do you guys like in, like, Christmas meals or Thanksgiving meals for, like, your favorite foods? I think I normally eat, like, a lot of, like, I'll eat plenty of turkey, usually, and I'll eat, like, a good bit of ham. That's usually the two things I'm quick to get. Like, I eat that, potatoes. When it comes to me getting, like, dessert food, I like to eat, like, pumpkin pie, and I'm not sure there's anything else that's, like, really big that we do for desserts, actually, that I can think of. Nothing comes to mind when I mention it. There's some good stuff, though. There's some stuff that I enjoy eating. Nothing else really comes to mind. I mean, I guess maybe ice cream sometimes. Eat ice cream after you eat a cake or pie. I don't know if maybe you'll eat ice cream after pie, though, but I'd guess every now and then. Like I mentioned earlier, it's usually like the homemade stuff that I see that's the best stuff, though. Like, my mom makes some 2 dishes that I've enjoyed that I've had before at, like, meals in the past, and especially, like, one she makes where it's like, I don't know if it's like whipped cream or what, but it has, like, chocolate, like, some nuts in it, and, yeah, chocolate, like, some nuts or whatever, and then just, like, a layer of, like, cake, kinda. She calls it chocolate delight. It's good. It's really good. I've had that a few times. Something I enjoy eating. Another one I like is, like, this thing that, I think it's, like, peanuts, and they're, like, smothered in chocolate, and you melt the chocolate over it, and then, like, harden it and freeze it into like, a little dessert, and you have these, like, chocolate-covered peanuts you can eat. It's pretty good. It's a fairly good meal. I don't know what they call that one. That's something I find that I like quite a bit. That's a decent food that I like to eat for dessert stuff. It's not the only thing. I also have one other that I remember that my mom makes that's very common. I think they're just called, like, peanut butter balls. I don't know how she makes it exactly. I know she uses, like, chocolate, and she uses peanut butter, and then it's, like, swirled together and, like, mixed up into, like, a little hardened ball of chocolate that you can bite into, and it's got, like, peanut butter in the center. It's really, really good. Pretty good dish that I've had quite a few times, and I enjoy eating that. It's a nice little thing for, like, different dessert food that I enjoy eating. I haven't counted that one up yet. For a second I thought I saw something. No, that's just me. Oh boy. This is gonna be a nerve-wracking shiny hunt, isn't it? I've been doing this for a while, and I'm already, like, not happy about it. I have a feeling when I see the shiny, I'm going to potentially, if we're seeing when the shiny shows up, I may not actually notice if I don't pay close attention. I can't tell the colors apart at all. Ugh. So yeah, I was talking about Thanksgiving and, like, Christmas. Anybody's tuning in right now. everyone's favorite like holiday foods they eat. Curious to hear. You don't have to talk about it if you don't want to. Just asking out of curiosity. I think there's anything else actually. I know people eat fruitcake a lot during Christmas time too. I've never really cared for it. I've had fruitcake a few times. I know cookies are somewhat big sometimes too. And I like eating holiday cookies, but I don't really feel like those are anything too special. Fruitcake I've never really enjoyed. I've had it once or twice. The taste of it just isn't something I've liked. I know a lot of people also like to drink eggnog during like Christmas time. I think I've had eggnog like once or twice. I never really acquired a taste for it, never really liked it, so yeah, I can say eggnog is not something I'm very big on. Eggnog is more something that I've tried a few times, and taste is not that great in my opinion. I don't really see the appeal in eggnog. Frankly, I'd rather not drink it. It just tastes kind of gross to me. That's just my 2 cents on it, though. I don't know. Let's see. Any other, like, big Christmas things that are, like, commonplace for food? Either, like, drink or like, type of dessert food? I can't think of any off the top of my head, like, stuff that's really well known. I guess some places do gingerbread. That's another thing that's pretty decent to talk about is, like, I know I talked about, like, lights, but talking about Christmas decorations is fun too. Like different stuff you can hang up on the tree. There's all sorts of different ornaments. Sometimes we'd hang up like candy canes on the tree. We'd have like specialty like things to put on that on top of that. Obviously we'd normally have like some normal ornaments too on there, and we'd put them on there, but we had that. We had like a little angel thing we stuck up on the top of the tree, even though I think most people put like a little star on top of their tree that they can use, and like they use that to top the tree instead of doing what we did. I do like seeing like little Christmas toppers and seeing what people have for their Christmas decoration, seeing what kind of cool stuff they put up there. Another thing that I was going to talk about that's like really good for Christmas decorations is like seeing like, you know how people have like little things they put around, whether it be like a little piece of merchandise or whatever, sometimes snow globes, sometimes like a little thing they buy. You know how Halloween has those little things you can buy and you can like get the little talking skulls or whatever. There's like sometimes stuff like that for Christmas, like it's like Santa Claus going Merry Christmas or whatever, those kind of things. I like seeing that kind of stuff too. And this isn't the same. I remember like I've seen like a lot of like displays people have made where they set up a little Christmas thing and they have like gingerbread houses that they put together for like Christmas time, stick it up and sit it in place where you can have it as like a little decoration. Be careful where you sit it down at, but it's also something that you can display, and then when you get done you can eat the whole thing and it looks really, really good. Like it's a good looking decoration and as food it's really appealing looking. Gotta say, there's something really great about looking at that stuff. I don't know why. I guess it's just the part that makes me like my mouth water. Something about seeing food as decoration is like really weirdly appealing. Hey Wayne, good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Glad you could make it. You haven't missed out on anything too important. Just been talking about whatever, talking about some Christmas stuff for a little bit and whatnot. Yeah, welcome. Hello. Good to see you. I'm talking about a whole bunch of things. Talked about like Christmas decorations and talked about like meals, like favorite Christmas foods or favorite foods for like holiday meals, that kind of stuff. A whole bunch of things relating to that kind of thing. Today things have been not the best. I'm not gonna lie, they haven't been terrible, but I've had a very, very rough start to my day where ended up feeling kind of down and had to struggle to like get myself feeling a little better before I could get ready to sit down and play Pokemon today. It was one of those days where I felt like I was fighting my emotions and making sure I was actually capable of streaming. Never fun dealing with that stuff. Never good time. I think people can relate to that. Anybody who's had depression, at least. Decorate your room for Christmas. Hold on a second. I have to focus on reading so much that I lose track of where I'm headed towards on the map. I'm busy working on Christmas food for tomorrow's dinner. That sounds like fun. I don't cook enough. I mean, I'd like to cook more, but I also... I can cook decently well, I think, but I don't really enjoy doing it a whole lot because I don't like the cleanup part, and usually when you end up cooking, you have to deal with, like, cleaning up dishes, and that's something I don't enjoy. All my dishes that I cook end up going in my dishwasher, and then I get them washed out that way instead of doing it by hand, because it's usually a pain, especially if you have to clean like a pan or a pot or whatever, and usually there's a spot in the pan or pot where it won't come perfectly clean, and you have to scrub at it extra hard, and even if you put a lot of effort, you can't get it easily. That's something I don't like about doing, like, cooking and clean up afterwards. I feel like I would probably cook a lot more if it wasn't for the fact I had to sit down and clean my stuff after I got done. It's just not fun. Hang on a second, let me see. Junk food for the... Yes, he's to like... Dude, yeah, I know what you mean about that. I feel like that's a pretty common thing. End up eating junk food more during Christmas time, get like all sorts of dessert food or whatever, and enjoy yourself. People usually make their specialty stuff around that time too. I'll be honest, since things are getting a little better with my parents right now, and hopefully things will be under control, I'm looking forward to going to eat tomorrow, but I'm also concerned that things are going to be okay, but I do like my mom's dessert foods especially, so I'm looking forward to going down there and eating some. Although, to be frank, this year is kind of a downer with the whole coronavirus and all these problems that are popping up. Usually every Christmas we'll go down to my brother's place, and I saw my niece has my niece has a birthday on the 26th, so I like to go down there and see her as well as my older brother. Like, I like to see the whole family, but yeah, like, I like to see them during Christmas time, and we can't go down there this year, especially because I think they caught COVID. I think I've already talked about that on the stream once, so can't go and see them this year, and it's very unfortunate, because I would have liked to have gone to visit and see them, but oh well, it's definitely making the mood to feel like a whole lot worse. I haven't even called, like, most of the family that I have that I normally talk with and said anything about Merry Christmas yet because my phone's been messed up. I'm gonna have to send my brother a text message, I guess. Worst part is I can't do anything about my phone until January, so I can't stress this enough. I know I've talked about it quite a bit, but my phone is complete junk right now. I haven't taken it out with me when I've been going anywhere because of how bad it is. When I say this, I feel like I can only reliably use my phone if it's plugged into a charger. That's not something I am fond of. If I leave it unplugged for too long, it ends up just dying on me, and then I have to charge it, and it will literally take the entire day to get the battery fully charged again. That's how unreliable my cell phone has become, and it's such a hassle that I've gotten to the point where I just avoid using it. I bet I'm not going to be able to trade it in for anything, considering now it's practically unusable. I don't know if I can actually get any money off of it. I'd like to, though, because it's garbage and it's not worth anything anymore. It's just, I don't know, I don't think I can do anything with it, period. It's not really useful as a phone if it has to be stuck charging all the time. I don't know. How's everyone's Christmas been going so far? Like, anything good, anything fun happened for Christmas Eve? Just curious. Hopefully a little better than mine. I haven't really been doing anything too crazy. I mean to do some cleanup around my apartment. So I normally try to clean, and I think part of my problem with, like, cleaning in my apartment is that I'm really bad about, like, certain habits. I've gotten to the point where I don't really put, like, a trash bag in my... Like, I'll put a trash bag out to use for putting stuff away, but I have a trash... Well, I guess say trash can. I have a proper trash can. I use, like, a little laundry hamper to hold trash. It's cheaper than buying an expensive trash can, and most of them are costly, and, like, I haven't been putting the trash bags into the trash cans like I should, and as a result, I'm honestly being a Well, I feel like I'm getting a little lazier and leaving stuff lying out, whereas if I put a trash bag into like a trash can properly, I'd probably end up like actually putting my trash in the trash can rather than leaving it and then just junking it into a trash bag later. It's a habit I need to break out of because I was doing everything fine before, and then I started doing this, and it's not really helping any. Speaking of which, I need to go probably focus on that and get everything nice and a little bit better looking later, since I'm going to be probably busy tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to be online tomorrow or not. I don't know how my day is going to go, honestly. Let me see. I've read once in a while. Yeah, I know what you mean about that, but it's abnormal to see a phone that's like, I guess it's like 4 years old, then it's dying from battery problems and not working correctly. I think I had an iPhone 4 for like 5 or 6 years, maybe up to 10 years or something. It was quite some time at least, and I held on to it for a long time, and there weren't too many like issues with it. It started to develop some issues over time, but not anything near as bad as what's happened to my Google Pixel phone I've had, and it's completely useless. Now I need a new phone because I can't use my current phone anymore. I don't know, I feel like I just got screwed over by my phone breaking at the wrong time. Yeah, right now, I mean, I probably left it overcharging a little bit unintentionally when I've been trying to utilize it when it comes to, like, using it in general, because I've been trying to overcompensate for the fact that I can only use, like, the battery until it's at, like, 70% or something, and it probably didn't help any, but it's also more the fact that I couldn't use it properly that kept me overcharging it, and now it's just, like, not even worth anything. It's like, it's not my fault the phone is in the shape it's in now. I feel like this lithium battery stuff is kind of annoying just because the fact they seem like they get these problems really, really quickly and then pretty much have to buy a brand new phone to fix it. That's not something I'm fond of. Oh, great. I'm seeing internet issues. Give me a second. It might just be me. It might be YouTube acting up for a second. Okay, I think we're good. It said no data for a second. I fucking hate how this happens so many times. I'm having some internet issues still, it seems like, even though I thought they were fixed. I'm nervous about that now after, like, having problems over, like, the past week or so. Especially since I don't think I can get a hold of anybody until, like, next week or maybe later if my internet goes out, and it's like, my ISP has been making up, like, literally any excuse they can not to come out and check my internet, and it's like, I'm getting a little bit fed up with their BS, and I'm getting ready to, like, file a formal complaint if they try to shove the issue off to the side again if I end up having more internet issues. Like, I don't even know how to, like, deal with this. I've talked to you guys about this on stream before, but I feel like these problems are coming back again. It's been annoying, to say the least. Give me a second. I'm gonna check up on the chat. See if I missed any messages. Playing too many games recently? I have not played very much myself. Like I said yesterday, I've been playing not enough, actually. I mean, I play games more than I should have been, mostly sitting around watching shows and not doing anything interesting. Actually, hold on a second. Is chat okay? I don't know if it's fine or not, because YouTube is showing 0 people watching, and I don't know if that's a glitch or not. I'm not going to concern myself over it too much. Like I said, I've mostly been playing through Tetris 99, just like messing around a little bit. Thought about getting some of that other stuff like Puyo Puyo Tetris 2, or maybe even the first one that came out on Switch. I don't think I'm too interested in it. I've been playing it quite a bit. I actually beat one of my goals for Tetris 99 not that long ago. Got through and managed to clear like every theme, at least, or see get a victory on every theme at least once on Tetris 99 now, and I'm kind of happy about that because I've wanted to do that for a little bit. It took a long time to beat like people in matches, do one win for every theme up until this point, and God knows how long it took me to actually rack up the wins I've got right now. It's probably like 20, 23 or something like that. Oh man, I do enjoy playing it though. It's the only Battle Royale game I've found that I'm still addicted to. That's naturally just because it's Tetris. Certainly don't mind going back to it. I've also been playing through Kirby Superstar a little bit. For whatever reason, I'm having a little bit of trouble keeping myself motivated to keep going with Kirby right now. I don't mind playing it. I do find it to be fun, but it's been like a little awkward looking for a good time to like sit down and actually play Kirby. I don't know. I enjoyed playing it. It's pretty fun. It's nice to play an old game every now and then. I know there's like some updates on the Switch Online recently with the whole SNES Online app, so I'm probably gonna play through Donkey Kong Country 2 at some point in my spare time, and then 3 eventually. I played through the first one pretty quickly. Oh, excuse my throat. I don't play through old games like a whole lot, actually. Like, I've played a lot of older games on like NES and SNES before, and I replay stuff every now and then, but I've not been doing very many, like, replays of any of my games I played when I was younger recently. I don't know why. Come to think of it, I haven't replayed Yoshi's Island in, like, the full game. I played the, like, beta thing, like, a year or two ago, but, like, sit down and replay Yoshi's Island in full at some point again. Maybe after I get done with Kirby Superstar, I'll play it. That was always something that was fun. You guys ever do, like, yearly replays? Enjoy doing any games that you played on a year-to-year basis and just play once every year? I did that most of the time. I think a lot of people have a tendency to play something, like, once every year. Doesn't matter what. I'm going to check on something really quickly on my list here that I want to check on some stuff. Just give me a second. YouTube's been kind of quiet. There's not a whole lot going on right now, it seems like. I have a bit that I want to talk about, though. Give me a second to get this back under control. Sorry if this has been a little bit of a low... I don't know if low maintenance is the right word. I was going to use to describe this in, like, kind of silent stream to an extent, not intentional. It's like, whatever. I want to talk about some stuff like dreams and, like, sleeping and stuff in a minute, so I think I'm going to go for talking about that, actually, in just a second, because I've had an interest in discussing this topic for quite a little bit. Give me a second, though. Checking on one little thing. Yeah, okay, give me a second. So, here's something that's, like, decent to talk about, or give me a second. I need to find what I was looking at again. Okay, there it is. Hang on. I think I'm good now. Yeah, what's up, Wayne? What is it? Welcome back. Don't know what happened, but glad you're back. Something wrong with the stream or something? I don't know. Wondering. I don't know if there's any issues that are happening today. I know I saw something where the stream said there was no data for a second. I don't know if I had any disconnections or anything. I hate when YouTube starts lagging my stream. Something's wrong with the YouTube chat. That's not good. I have no idea what might be wrong with it either. I don't know what to say besides maybe reload the chat. I don't know how to fix it. I fucking hate when this stuff happens. Technical problems are always a complete nuisance and end up being a total headache to deal with. YouTube seems to have problems all the time. Actually, in general, and I'm going to take a minute to, like, complain here, even though I hope this doesn't bother anybody, like, it seems like with every streaming platform right now, there's some sort of issue. YouTube wants to change things all the time. They never stick to their like, same formatting for anything, and that includes streaming. Twitch is making a lot of stupid and, like, weird, unnecessary changes too with like DMCA and also, what was it? DMCA, they've made their ad changes, all sorts of weird site changes. Yeah, I can see your message. See the test message there. Yeah, everything seems to be working correctly. Checking and reading it. But yeah, there's been like issues with Twitch, YouTube, and don't even get me started on all the other sites, because I don't think any of the others are that popular. The only other like streaming site I can even think of right now would be probably like Facebook gaming, and I don't think anybody gives two shits about Facebook gaming, so yeah, it's mostly just those two. We don't have any big other platform that's like easy to work around and better. I've honestly thought about switching though. YouTube's not terrible. I think Twitch might have better like chances of getting viewers, but also there's the matter that the Twitch, it's like, I don't know if I want to deal with all the site problems that are up on Twitch now. It'd probably be an issue sitting there putting up with Twitch being dysfunctional. Never been on Facebook gaming once? Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't think it's actually that popular. I've heard of people like getting bought out by them, like taking on contracts for them though, so I've heard about people streaming there. I've never watched anybody on there. Yeah, Twitch is pretty much the #1 platform as far as I'm aware. They've had a lot of issues though. If they keep it up, they're not going to stay #1 since they seem to be, shooting themselves in the foot over and over again with how many changes they're having. Honestly, I don't know if Twitch is going to make it if it keeps doing the crap it's doing. Like, it might be the biggest platform, but I feel like there's definitely room for somebody else to come out and fucking just completely take the throne away from them from, like, being the #1 streaming platform. Their site changes are very, very questionable, like, them trying to block off uBlock, and I guess they've succeeded since now you can't really use it anymore properly, but, like, them going on banning sprees and this DMCA problem, like, this is all gonna backfire if they keep doing stupid crap like this. Nobody likes it. I don't think they understand just how bad they're making their scenario. Like, from what I've heard, maybe I'm misunderstanding how bad this is. It seems like Twitch is literally banning off some of their biggest streamers and fucking killing off some of their, like, people who actually use the site and bring in any revenue for them. Like, I've heard of, like, at least a few instances already of, like, XQC and Forsen getting banned on Twitch, like, both, like, temporary bans, but I think it's been more than once, and it's like, I don't know what you're expecting to do with the sudden rule change and going, like, crazy on your streamer's Twitch, but if this keeps happening, it's not going to work out. Those two that I named, I'm pretty sure, are probably the biggest streamers on the fucking platform. If they ban off, like, XQC and Forsen, I don't think Twitch is going to last long. Like, they've already shown they're not afraid to ban people over trivial shit. I don't know what the hell is with Twitch right now. They've got some really, really weird decisions going on. I think I'm done ranting about Twitch for right now, but yeah, I'm confused what the hell they're even trying to accomplish right now. Their decision making has been really weird. I guess they can say they beat Mixer. That's not really saying much. Mixer, remember that Mixer dying off earlier this year? Ninja probably got a good deal off of that, getting a fucking contract for a ton of fucking money, and then Mixer died off and he doesn't have to stay on the platform because it's dead. Let me see. So, good go-to? Yeah, that's the thing. It's not easy, like, knowing about an alternative. I mean, there's not really anywhere for me to go right now. I guess I'm just gonna have to stick with YouTube, and I don't mind. Although, to be honest, I'm worried if I'm gonna be able to continue with streaming with all these depression problems. I don't know if I have the ability or the right state of mind to keep going through them, and I'm struggling with depression, like, practically on a daily basis, and it feels like it gets stronger and stronger and harder to try and stop the depression from becoming furious. So yeah, I'm concerned about how my future YouTube streams are gonna go. I'm not gonna lie. YouTube for videos. Motion. Oh, competition, you meant to say. Yeah, Alt 0. Yeah, YouTube is like a very, very specific market too. YouTube has got the video market like cornered where there's nobody quite as big as YouTube. Nobody can like really take over what YouTube's done if they end up dying off, and YouTube's making some really dumb decisions. I don't know what YouTube's trying to do. They keep making changes, they keep pissing people off, and they're causing more and more people to be upset with them, but then they make really dumb changes. It's like, if this backfires and people stop to leave YouTube and then the site dies, like, what's going to happen to the internet? There's no big video hosting site that like actually even rivals YouTube. It's going to be weird to see what happens if that happens, and I feel like that could very realistically happen, considering they don't seem to care whether or not the user base is happy. Say Facebook or TikTok. Types of content. Yeah, TikTok is meant for like very, very short videos, and Facebook is also like a really, really weird platform where I don't feel like I don't know if Facebook would actually be good for the same kinds of videos the same kind of videos that YouTube would have. I saw some stuff that could have worked, I feel like, if they had kept what they were doing, but they made a lot of weird changes. I remember back in the day, like, Daily Motion got to be, like, somewhat popular. Hold on a second. I'm trying to check something I wanted to look at really quickly. Yeah, I guess I am fine. I was trying to check if I was covering something I had on my list. So I don't want to bump into a topic and then forget about it. I'm trying to keep these streams interesting by not running out of things to say. Sorry, I might sound awkward, but I mean, it's how I have to handle these streams to make sure they go smoothly. So like I was saying, yeah, Daily Motion was popular. I remember they changed things, and they're not really that popular anymore. They were like a decent rival to YouTube. They made a lot of weird changes to their site, though. Vimeo seemed like another potential like platform, but I don't think Vimeo is going to really give any run. I think maybe give YouTube a run for its money. So yeah, I don't think Vimeo stands a chance of being like a replacement. I don't really know about like any other big name sites that are suited for replacing YouTube. I don't think there really is one. Like, it makes me wonder what will happen if YouTube does go down. I almost feel like if YouTube dies, then it's going to be something where people end up putting out like a bunch of different video sites, and everybody starts competing, trying to be the next YouTube, with the whole mess of like new site popping up until something finally settles down and people start staying with one site. I can't really see this being a scenario where it's going to end with like everything being perfectly okay if YouTube dies. Probably going to be fucking total chaos. I don't know. It's a weird topic to talk about, but it's honestly not one I'm surprised I'm bringing up any. I don't think there's anything more I want to say on that matter. I mean, I've been looking at some YouTube videos and watching some stuff. There's been some pretty interesting videos that have cropped up. I don't know about you guys. I've been like watching like a whole bunch of the different things that have been uploaded. And like one of the things I know that's like fairly big news and fairly popular right now on YouTube is the whole Minecraft controversy that's going on regarding like speedrunning. I mean, obviously Minecraft videos on YouTube are fairly big in general, but like I know about the whole thing regarding Dream Bing, an extremely popular topic right now. Everybody's talking about how Dream got caught cheating on his streams. That's something I find a little bit funny. YouTube drama sometimes really sucks, but I find it funny how the guy's like trying to fight back all these accusations, and then he ends up fucking burying himself in like more or shit by basically proving there's even higher of a chance that there's like no way he could actually get the results he does in his speedrun videos. Like I saw something on Reddit earlier that was really interesting regarding that topic earlier. He brought up like a mention of like how Dream hired somebody to caption his video and like talk about some of the stuff he was talking about, just prove his like speedrun being like cheated, and then the captions and like ended up proving more than anything the chances of this is like odds he got for like all these items he stumbled onto and the RNG that he got were like even higher than the accusations that were thrown at him, and like there's like a 1 in a trillion chance of him getting as lucky as he did in his Minecraft video. It's like, yeah, good job. You tried to hire somebody to prove yourself innocent, and then you ended up burying yourself in even more evidence, like condemning your speedrun. It's like, yeah, good job, dumbass. Now you're fucking really going to have everybody hate you. Like, you just fucking proved that you cheated at Minecraft. I find that hilarious. Oh gosh, I don't know why people do this crap. It's like, you know somebody's gonna catch you, right? If you're cheating at your speedruns, it's not gonna be too hard to figure it out eventually. I mean, I guess it's really with anything, it's not too hard to spot cheating, frankly. Oh man. How many of you guys remember that video thing from like, I don't know how long ago it was. I want to say 10, maybe more years. Maybe it's like 15 a long time ago. There was like a thing regarding like Donkey Kong. I remember like a video, like, what was it? It was like a, how do I describe this? Like a documentary about like speedrunning Donkey Kong, and it's about like two guys who were like competing for the speedrun. Like the guy, one guy who was like really fast, who was kept taking the speedrun back, and the current world record holder, and they were talking about like how they tried to get their, or like the record, and this guy's like talking about how good he was and all these techniques he used. Hang on a second. Yeah, that was funny. I meant to see if I can find it on Reddit, actually. Let me see. Maybe I can look this up really quick about the whole speedrunning thing. It's funny. To talk about the Donkey Kong topic in a second. He streams on Twitch. I'm surprised there's people still watching him. I would have thought people would, like, mass, like, exodus and leave his fucking stuff entirely and just, like, completely abandon him after what's been going on. Hold on a second. I'm looking for where his tweet thing is, where he had this, like, proven to be, like, cheating. Oh, God. Of course, I can't see where... Oh, wait. There we go. I found it. This is, like, gold. Didn't sit down and read. And I know there's, like, a Reddit post. I'm about to look for it. Like, this, like, is, like, the tweet that it was, like, basically condemning him, that he wanted... Like, he wanted somebody in, like, caption his video to prove him right, and then this is, like, basically burying him in a deeper hole. It's like, yeah, you're not helping yourself any. You might as well just come out and admit that you're cheating. It's like, nobody believes you. Oh, God. I find it funny how he's taking this hard stance of denying the fact that he's cheating, and he's only making it look worse and worse on himself. Oh gosh, yeah. Oh, you're talking about... Oh, I thought you were talking about Dream. I was talking about this thing I mentioned earlier. I thought that you were referring to... Yeah, I remember that Billy Mitchell. I remember that guy, because I remember... Or they found, like, he was cheating over the years, like, that he'd been using, like, Game Genie to get himself a high score. Funny to see how everybody was shocked, and then he immediately got his record removed. It surprises me how people will, like, sit there and silently cheat and, like, try to get away with world records for so long, and then somehow nobody catches it until, like, years later. Although I guess not in every case. I don't think Dream got that lucky. I think Dream got set up in the scenario where he ended up fucking getting caught cheating, like, really quickly, and ended up burying his entire YouTube career in, like, the first few months after it started. Oh, man. YouTube is weird when it comes to stuff. It's fun to see some of these topics and talk about it, though. I meant to sit down and watch that documentary sometime. I don't remember what it was actually called. Funny, that guy, I'm pretty sure Billy Mitchell is like one of those people who sat there talking about how, oh yeah, I worked so hard and I defended my, like, world record, or playing fair, and it's like, yeah, you say that, and then now we've got all this evidence of that you cheated using a Game Genie to get your world record. It's like, yeah, it must be real great getting caught being a fucking gigantic hypocrite. And yeah, excuse me, why can't I speak correctly? Yeah, gigantic hypocrite who's been, like, faking his speed runs all this time. Now everybody knows about the fact he's been cheating. It's like, I'm sure he's been shamed plenty. Probably deserves it for trying to fake a speedrun like that. I don't think that's something that you'd be able to get away with nowadays, though. You'd get caught really easy, considering the fact the internet's much better at finding out stuff like that. It's pretty damn stupid and shady to go around doing crap like that in the first place. So Guinness World Record, or the world record? Wow. I'm actually surprised that this guy tried to fucking sue them over, like, taking out a world record for him cheating. It's like, what do you expect's going to happen? You fucking used a cheat to make sure you could get your speed run and basically made your world record illegitimate. Like, how exactly do you expect to have, like, any spot in the world record when you didn't obtain your speed run through actual legitimate means? Like, that's pretty damn stupid, frankly. I'm not that surprised, though. Speedrunning is a fucking weird thing to, like, look into. It's not like it's terrible, but, like, I feel like you see some really weird controversies pop up when you look into, like, speedrunning more than just a little bit. I don't mean just involving, like, cheating. There's also weird shit where you hear about people, like, fucking going crazy or fucking doing something really, really psychotic all because they don't want to lose their speed run or their world record, so they end up doing really dumb shit. See, they said, hold on a second, I need to get back over to the statue again and get my next encounter before I read this. YouTube showed off the emulation to use in a 25-minute video where you cheat on record videos. Damn. I'm not that surprised. I need to actually sit down and watch the video about, like, Dream and see how bad it is. I know I've heard about that, and I haven't really, like, watched the video properly, but I don't even know what to say when it comes to this stuff. It's like, how long was he popular, actually? I want to say that I feel like I saw his videos on the front page of YouTube for, like, at least, like, 5 or 6 months out of the year, maybe more, where he was getting, like, a spotlight from YouTube. And now we find, like, all of a sudden that he's been caught cheating. It's like, I wonder if there's been more of this crap we haven't even noticed that he's had in his videos and been hiding throughout all of his videos, and now everybody's finally caught on to it. Like, it's surprising it only just now surfaced like this. It's probably for the better that he's getting a lot of shit, though. Once somebody's proven they'll cheat to get their hands on a world record, it's like, you can't really trust them to not cheat. I dream better. Hey, you can sing Take Cat every day for like 10 hours a day. Honestly, I'd be surprised if anybody even trusted him after, like, losing his speedrun. Like, you cheat your speedrun once, why would anybody believe that you would actually sit down and do a legitimate speedrun? Why would they not expect you to cheat your speedrun? Dude's fucking pretty much lost any trust in the speedrunning community. The fact that he thinks he can win it back is, like, incredibly stupid, frankly. It's like, it's over. You fucked up. You made a dumb decision and killed your, like, chance in speedrunning by cheating. It's like, I don't think you're going to get it back, because now anytime you try to prove that you can get a world record, everybody's going to cast doubt on the fact if you're playing legitimately or not. It's like, you're not going to get another world record in a Genesis World Record page again. Not unless you have, like, some undeniable proof that you don't end up cheating on your record. You cheat and then waste time trying to get the record. Yeah, it's something I don't understand. It's like, even if you did get it, there's never going to be much chance you will believe you're actually doing it legitimately anymore. Do I have a paralyzed heal? I don't really want to waste a full awakening. God damn it, stop doing that, game. I want to go down, not to the other side. Of course, out of all the shit that I have, I don't have anything to cure the effect from Zap Cannon. Okay, let me see. Do a full heal. We got like 900 of these things. There's no point in sitting here holding them for all this time. Here we go. Alright, where was I? Talking about speedrun stuff. back. Oh wait, shit, I didn't hit the fucking button. I have to pay attention to what I'm doing here. At least this is easier than Regice in terms of sitting here and shiny hunting. All I have to do is repeat the same pattern on... repeat the same pattern on the floor over and over again. Every button on the floor has to be lit up. It's very much impossible to lose your... or like... footing and not have all the buttons lit up in the same way with Regice. Like, you have to hit specific buttons. Here you have to hit all of them. Very easy to do. Yeah, that's not very hard at all to get everything here. Okay, let me see. Be careful, guys. Soon I'll send any video about the matter. Cheating. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to worry about it too much. If it's get a problem with it, oh boy, I don't really want to have to think about that, but I'm not too concerned about that happening, hopefully. Sounds like he's got a real ego issue, though, and doesn't know how to let go of something when it's already too late for it. It's like... I think this guy is, like, desperately clinging to his past, trying to regain this speed run. It's like... yeah, nobody's going to look up to you or trust you anymore, dude. You need to fucking just give up. I don't care how many times you sit down and, like, try to convince everybody, like, oh, I've came clean, guys, I'm not going to cheat anymore. It's like, nobody believes you. Just, it's not going to happen. Oh, well, whatever. Not really a big deal. Oh, man. I've always wanted to get into speedrunning myself, but I mean... honestly, hearing all the, like, stories regarding speedrunning, it's kind of something that's, like, I don't know if it's worth getting into. Not only are there issues about... shit, did I make this markup on my encounters, like, earlier? Did I forget? Shit, I'm not going to get this one, because I don't remember if I hit it when I finished the buttons. I'm supposed to be doing this after I get the statue, though. God damn it. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, after hearing all this, like, controversy regarding speedruns, it's almost enough to make you want to stay away from it. I don't feel like it's that surprising people would want to stay away from speedruns and all this crap's going on, though. You see, the claim videos is not false information. Yeah, YouTube does not have a very great, like, handle on its copyright. It's really easy for somebody to just go out and throw a copyright accusation and then fucking... and take down somebody's video or strike it or do anything to actually harm the video, and we don't have, so we have to do like anything in our power to remove their effect on our video, whether it comes from them claiming it or copyright striking it or whatever. It's like, it's always on the uploader to prove themselves innocent, whereas literally just some random nobody can come up on a YouTube video and then fucking strike it or like mark it, and they'll end up getting their strike just by the fact they struck it without actually having to prove that they own the copyright or anything. YouTube's system for videos is kind of shitty and corrupted, honestly. It should be fixed. We need to get rid of the way they handle things now, but I bet you YouTube's never going to do anything about it. You ever run to talk about something that's not false info? Is butthurt about, yeah, I don't blame you there. Ugh. There's different things. I hate that. Yeah, I know what you mean. This is bullshit how badly copyright on YouTube is handled. It's like, this shouldn't be a problem in the first place. This should be something that's not seen as an issue, and yet here we are having this discussion because it's not fixed up, where it's not easy for me to dispute this crap or deal with like people putting up stupid false copyrights that they shouldn't do in the first place. It's embarrassing. I can remember when I was doing my Dragon Quest XI stuff and I had to dispute the claims from like Square Enix and basically sit down and put how my videos work or breaking fair use, and I have a right to have my streams up just to get my fucking live streams unblocked. It's like, that was real bullshit, and I was really, really unhappy about that. That's something I don't like. YouTube's copyright system needs some fucking real work on it. Let me see. Hold on a second. I can check your message in a moment. See what you're saying. It's like a Trump takes about. Not talk. Okay, I talked something. Very East. I got sued. Yeah, that's something I don't love. To deal with like that kind of stuff. It feels like corrupted like people out there, whether they be politicians or whatever, fucking don't want to hear something. They end up trying to silence it as any means possible. That's something that's really shit about our society. It's something about America in general. There's quite a few things that suck about living here, frankly. I remember I mentioned it yesterday. They were trying to sneak that whole thing about streaming in and the fucking bit about the whole stimulus check thing they're doing. It's like, why? Can't you just do something good for the American people when we're sitting here struggling with like a nasty virus that's fucking everything up instead of like trying to make everyone's lives harder while you fatten your own pockets? Is it really that bad for you to back the fuck off and just let us have a little bit of extra money when everybody's struggling and not everybody can work right now? It's like the stimulus check should be out to help people, not causing more issues and trying to slip a fucking law past everybody's nose and trying to pretend like nothing's happening while acting like they didn't do anything in the first place. It's like, yeah, I kind of hate the U.S. government. They're kind of shit sometimes. There's a lot of things that we could really have that could use some change around here. Whether it be the country or the internet, there's a lot of things in general that need changing. Ugh. Also, the fact they're only giving us $600 feels like it's a little bit of a downer, considering I think the first stimulus check was closer to like $1,000. Need to get a little more because people are struggling right now. But whatever, it's just a small complaint. I mean, at least there's going to be another stimulus check in general, but it'd be nice if we could get more. I don't even like Trump, but I will say, like, the one thing I do feel like that he's done right has been fighting to get more money on the stimulus checks. That's something I feel like is a good thing, in my opinion. I don't want to get into politics talk too much. I'm not going to go on about that subject too much. Oh, man. Ugh. Give me just a second or two. I want to talk about something else. I know we were talking about speedruns. I want to talk more about, like, some stuff. I don't want to talk about, like, the controversy side of speedrunning, but I want to talk about speedrunning more than I did, actually, and discuss that for a little while. Ugh. I need to get some water in a little bit. I've been drinking a whole lot today for, like, have to hydrate myself, so I'm actually at like a quick AFK break in just a little bit just to get myself hydrated and get myself feeling a little better. I've been feeling a little bit dehydrated and making me feel a little bit down. It's not fun doing that on stream and you end up talking for a long time and then you start feeling crappy. Anyway, yeah, let's get back to what I was talking about for speedrun stuff. You might see any like really good speedrun stuff. I've always wanted to since I'm younger. I've wanted to get into like speedrunning. I enjoy checking out speedruns on YouTube or wherever too. I think the biggest problem I have with the speedrunning stuff is like it's really hard to get into speedrunning, even casually. Also, yeah, it's not a great thing to be associated with, and you see like people cheating, you don't know if it's a good thing to get involved in speedrunning. I've always thought it's neat though, how people can learn all these glitches and do different speedrunning things. I'm not sure what a good starting speedrun game would do. Excuse me. I'd like to try it out though and see what I can do. Hey, C's, good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Glad you could make it. Seems like you got your Christmas stuff already. TV, Animal Crossing, and some other. I'm sure this. I can't tell what that last bit says. But yeah, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Glad you could make it here. I actually got my Regice Drago. I think I already showed you like on Discord when I posted that Twitter clip. I'm sure any of you guys who looked at it could see it. I got my shiny at that. Had to master ball it, unfortunately, because I couldn't tell if it was going to struggle or not. Bits. Yeah, I wasn't sure if you it just meant like other stuff or what, so I wasn't sure what you were saying there. Yeah, I think I can see what you're saying now. I understand. Good to see you, though. Sounds like you got some good stuff for your Christmas already. still gotta wait until tomorrow before I can see what I've got for Christmas. If anything good. I mean, that's most of America in a lot of places. I think the norm is to open up your stuff on Christmas Day instead of Christmas Eve. How's everything been going for you guys? Anything interesting going on? Oh, actually, I don't know if you got a Switch Online sub or not. Like, if you can help with some stuff on Pokemon, it'd be really appreciated. Even if you don't actually, I can help with that. I was gonna say that I wanted to, like, see if I could evolve my Porygon 2 now. You don't mind helping with that? Also, on top of that, let's see. I want to evolve the Porygon 2, and I think I need to transfer over, like, 2 Pokemon with items. I have my Porygon in my box here. On my other profile, I was gonna move my Master Ball and my Zamazincha holding like a rusted shield over, since I traded my main profile one over to somebody, so I could make sure I got a Zacian and a rusted sword on here. Didn't get it yet. If you're on the Discord, well, not in the main server, but if you're on the Discord, you can just tell me your like username for your not username, excuse me, your like email. I can like go into the thing really quickly, and I can get it set up and authorized where I can like set it up where it'll send you an email, and I can let you on my family plan for just long enough to get these trades done. And on top of that, I don't mind toasting a Latias raid for a little bit, since I know you wanted to get your hands on that. I just need this trading stuff done, and I was gonna let you have one of these spare shinies I don't need as an extra if you want to. I mean, if you're not in the mood to, that's fine too. Just thought I'd throw that out there, because I wanted to get my stuff done, get the Mark Charm. Either way, it doesn't bother me, though. It's not really a big deal. Fuck. Let me see. My throat's acting up a little bit. Excuse me. Ugh, feels nasty. So, anyway, did anybody watch any, like, good Christmas movies or anything right now? Anything fun going on? Like, any good stuff happening with you guys? Just curious to hear about anything exciting that's been going on. I've talked about Christmas food earlier, so we can talk about that in a second, too. Alright. Yeah, just send me the details in a DM rather than going through the main server. That should be easy enough, I think. I can handle that pretty easy. I need to get my Nintendo stuff opened up on my PC so I can do this. I have not done anything very exciting this Christmas, unfortunately. I mean, I've had a very, very rough time this year without doing anything, like no phone, and also since I've been forced to save money, I can't go out and see Christmas lights. I've not been going out to like get very many things in general, which has made everything boring and dull. I've been just sitting around in my apartment doing whatever, not really anything interesting. It's been me watching shows. I've watched Attack on Titan, some more like rewatching because of the last season being on, so I figured it'd be fun to go through and play some of that. Not play something, I've seen like replay that and like watch it and see how the show's been going since I liked it originally, see if I would enjoy rewatching and seeing the new season now. Nothing crazy's been going on, basically. Just been more or less just like whatever. It's been some maybe fun stuff, nothing too crazy though. I haven't got to do anything exciting for Christmas. Also, I haven't had the money to buy Christmas gifts this year, which kind of sucks, because I do actually like to try and give something back to my brother and his family and try to get some presents, and I can't this year. It hurts a little bit. Oh man. Give me a second or two before I continue talking. I think we were talking about, I'm sure you're probably busy with like Discord stuff before you can say anything else right now. Like I said, talking about speedrunning, I think. You guys ever had any interest in like speedrunning? I'm curious. I've wanted to get into speedrunning since I was fairly young. Like, I've wanted to try it because I always thought it was really cool looking. I think I put like a few games to the test in trying the speed run, but I never really got very far. Closest I've gotten was I've been able to do like a 7-day run in Pikmin 3, but I've also not really been able to do it like in a proper speed run section. I tried a little bit of that stuff in Deluxe, but it seems like the changes in Deluxe made it where it's a little harder to speed run, so gave up on that after a little bit because I couldn't make everything work out the way I wanted. I'd like to learn how to speedrun it. Pikmin 2 seems like a decent category for speedrunning if it wasn't for using all the RNG heaven shit, depending on like how the dungeons turn out. That's something that I don't really enjoy about that game, even though I like Pikmin 2 and I like the dungeons. Yeah, you can't try to speedrun because everything's randomized too much. What else like the coolest speedrun you guys have seen? If you want to talk about this, if you don't want to, that's okay. Just like curious. I watch a lot of them when I get a chance. I like to watch like GDQ. That's a fun event, and there's like certain events that go on every year dedicated to this stuff. Like there's that whole, what's it called, ESA or something, ESEA or whatever it's called. They do like a European thing where it's like a whole bunch of people speedrunning a marathon, and it's streamed on Twitch. That's pretty neat. I swear the like Mario 1 speedruns are crazy to watch. People like sit down and they try to shave the time closer and closer to, or they try to get it faster and faster, and like it's been under 5 minutes for like years now, and people get really competitive about how they play through Mario 1. Fucking nutty to sit down and watch the speedruns of it. Maybe one day I'll get into speedrunning properly. I like watching the glitches that get pulled off, though. Oh, wait a second before I say anything else. I don't know if you guys, like, he's paying attention to the chat or not, just checking, because I didn't see anything for a little bit. Just making sure. Okay, cool. Just making sure. Let me see. I think I can... Okay. Yeah. Let me go ahead and get my stuff opened up. This is going to take a minute or two. I get my account page opened up, if it's even gonna let me, and then I'll fix this up in a second. Settings. Nothing interesting going on. Nintendo.com, I see. Okay, where's this at again? Family group. There we go. And one sec. I'm gonna get this next encounter, if that's okay, while we're doing this. But yeah, how's everyone's Christmas been going? You mentioned your Christmas gifts you got. Sounds like you got some good stuff. Have any good food? I always enjoy eating, like, Christmas dinner and Thanksgiving dinner. They're usually good. My mom makes some pretty good, like, dishes and some good desserts. Okay, let me see. Do I have this on copy? Oops, I have the wrong thing. Let me get this really quickly. Okay, I think this will work unless... Whoops. I guess it copied more than I was intending because it wasn't letting me send it. There we go. Now we go. And... resend email, maybe? Oh, wait. Did it work? Okay, I think it's supposed to be sending an email now unless I'm mistaken, or... I think I got it right. It might not have worked yet. Check your email, and I think it's good now. I'm not sure. I'll keep an eye on the page and see how things are going and make sure it updates so that everything's all clear. Sent your email? Okay, good. As long as it's hopefully working, we'll be in the clear. So, you guys have any, like, specialty dishes you guys get to eat around, like, family dinners when it comes time for, like, Christmas or TV? I'm not saying that. I'd say Thanksgiving, like any good stuff you can eat. Like my parents, like I said, my mom makes like usually the good stuff. She has like these things she makes called peanut butter balls that are really good. She also makes like something called chocolate delight. She makes some really, really good dishes. I'd enjoy eating like Christmas dinner. There's some really good stuff. Like it's always good getting to eat good food at Christmas or Thanksgiving. I enjoyed talking about that and talking about like different memories from eating in Christmas and Thanksgiving, and just like different memories from like being a family and over the holidays. Excuse me. Got an email? Okay, let me see. I think you have to verify it, but if everything worked, then it should have it set up here. Unless, let me see. Give me a moment or two. I need to close one page in the meantime. So I forgot to close something on Twitter. Yeah, okay, I am refreshing. I don't see any change on the page yet. I'm waiting to see if it's confirmed, but I don't see any, like, new person getting added to the family membership. Otherwise, I would have let you know by now. I guess you need to go ahead and accept my invite that I got through that, or that I sent you through that email then, or really Nintendo did, since I set it up like this. So as soon as you get that, you should be able to get that family membership thing activated, and then we can do this. Just gonna keep checking on this for a moment or two. First time I've actually dealt with this. Okay, yeah, it looks like it worked. Let me see. At least I think. Yeah, I think it's all good. Okay, right. As long as you're on the plan, it should work. I mean, I guess right now you should just check and try and see if the online works or not. Like, maybe test it on some game and see if it's active or not. And then after that, we can do the stuff that I mentioned and get these trades out of the way. And I'll host that Latios raid. I don't mind doing it. Shouldn't take too long to get it out of the way. Should probably be a relatively quick manner to get done with it. Wait, are we actually at... Oh, we're at 2:30 now. I thought we were actually much further behind what I was thinking. Like, I thought we were still like at 2:27 or like 2:17 or something. Okay, we're actually way further than I expected. Okay, since we've reached another increment of 10, I'm just going to leave the temple for right now and come back in a little bit, and we can get the next 70 or so when I get done. Okay, I will save my game first. We're going to go ahead and pop out of this. I think I'll take this off the thing here in a second, because I'm not going to be doing it for a moment or two. Make sure I have my counter down, record what I had on here. Give me a second or two. I'm going to open up another notepad, or wait, I think I know what to do. Reggie Hunt. There it is, my text document. I log all my info on these pretty well, so I don't forget anything. There we go, 2:30. And save. Okay, that's good. Right. I'm ready whenever. Also, lovely, I see YouTube's complaining about my bitrate again. Seems like I can't go and stream lately without some sort of weird internet issue popping up. Not even on Christmas Eve, but can I get a break from this crap? Oh well, whatever, I guess. Let's just get this started. It's not really a big deal. Something I want to have out of the way. I appreciate you doing this, though. It helps out a bit, and like quite a bit. Like, I wanted to get this Porygon evolved, obviously, but I want to be able to do this with somebody who I can trust on the stream to not come on and then rob my game of, like, my trade evolution Porygon that I'm working with, so obviously I want everything to work out correctly. Okay, let me see. I'm not really too worried about bringing back that Chandler or anything. Let me see here. What have I got in here? Oh yeah, Zamazenta should be moved. Does it have its rusted shield on it? Well, actually, wait. Yeah, it does. Okay, so put these guys in a box by themselves, maybe. If I can find them easy. There's that. As long as he's got a shield on him. Oh man, trying to move some of this stuff is a pain in the ass, especially since Pokemon Home doesn't actually hold on to my... I'm just double checking. But yeah, Pokemon Home doesn't keep the whole held items intact. You have to sit here and trade with them to get them where you want them. I would be so much happier if I didn't need to actually do this just to get, like, held items moved around. Obviously, I couldn't really do anything about Porygon regardless, but at the very least, it'd be better if I didn't have to move a Master Ball on a rusted shield like this. Not really a big deal, though. Need to update the game? Alright. Hopefully it won't take too long. If you need like a little while, I don't mind going back to my main profile and waiting while I do some more encounters. Oh wait, shit, I have to have it in my party. That's right. Okay. Let's see. What am I gonna put this on? Actually, I don't know what should be carrying my Master Ball. Give me a second. I'm putting most of my Pokemon into this profile just because it was getting my Pokédex moved over and getting the shiny charm quickly. So you can see I've tossed a lot of my Pokemon over here without even really thinking about it. I don't know, actually. Fuck it, I'll do the Silvally, maybe, move that, I guess. It doesn't really matter that much what all gets moved over. Just any Pokemon will work. 2 minutes. Alright, sounds good. It's not like that's going to be that long. In fact, it's pretty quickly that'll be done then, so I can wait that long. Oh, man. I know we were talking about Christmas dishes. If you guys want to talk about that, and you feel free to. It doesn't matter. Not really a big deal. Let's see. What else was I talking about? I brought up some stuff. Oh, yeah. Actually, here's another thing I think I brought up in the stream, but I've had a lot of discussion on this, like, stuff I wanted to talk about, things I thought would be fun, and here's something that'll be a good topic for a little bit. What's everyone's favorite Christmas movies? Like, what all of you guys been watching, and what have you watched this year? Oops, I guess I'll save it again. I don't need to, but I'm just saving it to be safe. Anyway, like I was saying, what's everyone's favorite Christmas movie? I'm not sure what my all-time favorite is. I've watched so many of them over the years that it's like, well, kind of hard to name like an exact favorite when I've seen like so many of them. The Grinch. That's a pretty decent one. I'm not really sure if it's my favorite. It's good though. I've got to say, like, it's old and probably maybe not the most well-known movie out there, but like the original Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer movie was really, really good in my opinion. I really, really enjoyed watching that and like sitting down and seeing all of it. I thought the Rudolph movie was like really, really good. Something I really liked. Same with the Frosty the Snowman movie. Those were both really good. Those were obviously like kids movies, but those were very, very well done kids movies that had fairly good like animation and like budgets on them from what I can tell. They seemed like good movies for the time. I feel like we could probably have a discussion about good Christmas movies for a while. There's a lot of them out there, and there's a lot of really good ones. That is a pretty fun thing to discuss, like, all the best ones. Home Alone's another good one, actually. Like, at least Home Alone 2. I haven't really watched many of the others. Everybody knows about Home Alone 2, though. Everybody talks about Home Alone 2 because it's, like, big, really popular Christmas movie. Okay, you're updated. That's good, then. Okay. Right, let me see. Wycom. Turn my Wycom on. I doubt anybody else is watching to get online right now, so we should be good to connect. I just need to get a link trade set up now. And set link code. I'll just do the code I've been doing for the dens. It's my birthday, so I mean, easy enough to remember it since I put this on here a few times before. There we go. If anybody else finds this, I'd be surprised. There we go. Wait, did I move everybody out that I needed out of my party? I think so. Yeah, they're in the boxes now. Okay, just checking. Seize car. Okay, making sure I know that. Good to remember that ahead of time, because I don't want the wrong person showing up and taking stuff from me. That would actually be really lame. Would rather not have some stream sniper come online and then try to rob me of Pokemon. That's what I'm actually a little worried about when it comes to the whole Porygon thing. I don't want somebody taking my Porygon from me. Okay, cool. So I can trade this over. Doesn't matter what you trade otherwise. I just need these two moved over to my main profile since they've got important items on them. God, I haven't found more Master Balls than I've been intending to. Just from people being like very, very helpful in regards to... Okay, that's whatever. I mean, surprised you moved the shiny Eevee, but that's alright. Guess you got this as a spare or what? It's a nice Eevee though. But yeah, like I was saying, I got like quite a few like Master Balls from people who were helping me over raids on like a stream because they wanted to help me catch a Pokemon that I was struggling, and surprisingly friendly community of people ended up getting several Gmax Pokemon that I wouldn't have otherwise, and have yet to use more than one of my my Master Balls on my main profile, excuse me. I think the only one I've actually used has been the one on Regice. Ah, okay. That makes sense, actually. Right, yeah. I guess I'll take the lead card. I mean, why not? And then send over the Silvally. Now that I do this, this should give me what I need, and we'll have this guy holding the Master Ball traded over. I wonder if I've got all my starters together on my other profile. I haven't checked that. I know I've got all the Hoenn starters together, and I've got all the, like, Kanto, and also all the Gen 8 starters. I don't know if I've got everything from Gen 7 or not. Speaking of which, I wonder when we're going to find out, like, news for the Pokemon anniversary. I bet we're going to find out, like, early January or February. I wouldn't even be surprised if we hear, like, a Pokemon Direct announcement, like, very early in the year, and they'd basically come out and say that they'd... Oops, no, we're not trading anymore. Okay, good. We can stop this, and I can move over to my main profile now that I did that. That's all I need to do on this profile. So I'll save the game. And let's get back on my main account. Just have to wait for me to get back over. Sinnoh remakes? I don't think I care, to be honest. I mean, I probably won't bother with the Sinnoh remake, but I'm still really hopeful that we get Johto in the form of getting Let's Go remakes. I really do want to see a Let's Go continue with, like, all the Gen 2 stuff in it. I feel like that'd be a natural continuation of that, and I feel like it's easy on them too when they've got, like, half of their work already done for them. Now all they have to do is actually sit down and remake all the Johto stuff. Okay, right, I'm gonna connect to the internet, do the same exact password as before, and we should be good. I guess before we get these guys moved over, which I think is a natural way to handle this, I'm gonna send my Porygon over so I can get this done first. I'll just send it. It'll evolve on your profile, and then once it's done evolving into Porygon 2, send it back to me, and I'll take it, and then I'll put the dubious disc on it so I can evolve it into Porygon Z. And after that's over, we'll get the... Actually, I'll say we can do all the trades we need to right after we get Porygon 2. We'll just do an extra trade for Porygon Z. Taking a little bit longer than I would like, but it's not really that big of a deal. Yeah, Johto would be really nice. I mean, I know people want the Sinnoh remakes. I don't really blame them for like, wanting to get these out of the way and get them done. So, yeah, I mean, either way, it doesn't matter as long as I get Let's Go Johto. Oh, you might want to... I think this is the one I traded over here, but you might want to trade one of your fodder Pokemon or whatever. Oh, wait, that's the wrong summary thing, excuse me. It's like, I'm going to suggest you do, like, a trade really quick where you trade me something that I wasn't planning on trading back to you, and then once I do that, I can trade that Pokemon back, and we'll swap, like, your Pokemon with my Porygon, and then swap Porygon back over to me. That way we just have it set up where Porygon's evolution happens, and then we do the actual exchange after. And of course we gotta do this twice, because somebody at Game Freak decided that it'd be cool to make Porygon's evolution line through 2 trade evolutions. Your internet, what's going on? Did it die? That sounds like that's not good. Oh, gosh. This online system in general could use some work. I mean, not even just, like, the Wycom, but also the fact that the fucking thing, like, set up for Nintendo Switch Online is a total mess, to be frank. It does not work as well as it could. Yeah, you don't... I'm not saying you need to, but I mean, if you can, it doesn't matter. Like, I'm gonna have to trade the Silvally back if I do it that way, so it's easier if you just trade me one of your Pokemon and then trade it, and I trade it back to you and you trade me Porygon 2 back after it's done evolving, so figured we could just do that. It's not going to be a permanent exchange just to get the Porygon evolved, and then I We do the trade back after we're done with that, and then we do the proper trades with Silvereye and also Zamazenta. I wonder why there's just like experience candy S like scattered around here. There's nothing like bigger as far as I can tell. I'm on my right profile, am I not? Yeah, I got scissor and all this junk. Yeah, this is the right one, making sure. I'm gonna say, I wasn't sure if I connected to the alternate profile, because that would not help a bit. My whole purpose is to move my stuff to my main profile. Last thing I need is it going back to the profile that I am no longer using any. Oh boy. I've got to say, it's kind of useful having a second profile, though, since now I've got the option to collect, like, the second horse, and to get my hands on... I can get, like, both shiny Regidrago and shiny Regieleki, and also both the Regice form, stuff like that. The reconnector, or switch to the internet, that's fine, doesn't matter. I don't mind waiting a little bit for you to get reconnected. Probably going to end up cutting my stream shorter than I anticipated, just because I want this stuff to be out of the way, so figure might as well go ahead and get this done quickly. So I guess I'm going to go towards 200 Regice encounters instead of going for 300 like I was today, because if I go for 300, I can bet you this is going to take forever if I extend my time limit more. Silently, slowly waiting. I don't mind, though. Alright, let's see. While we're waiting, what's everyone's favorite Christmas songs or favorite Christmas carols? Just like a fun topic to talk about. I'm not sure what my favorite is. Like, there's a lot of good ones out there. If I had to name one I really fond of, I think Let It Snow's a good one. That's one I really enjoyed listening to. Fucking, you know, isn't trading, or not trading, why was I saying Tracy? Let's say, like, the whole DMCA thing is bad on Twitch, though, when fucking singing a song is potentially enough to fucking get their copyright system to flag your stream. Hey, Wayne, welcome back. Glad to see you, and glad you can make it back to the stream. You haven't missed out on anything too important. Right now, we're handling some trades I need to do, and I'm going to help seize out something really quickly before we go back to the shiny hunting, so just doing, like, a really quick, like, little offshoot from what I was doing earlier. Whenever you're ready, we can do this first trade. Oh, wait. Oh, crap. The internet disconnected again. Oh, God. Alright, I'll set it up again and wait. I don't mind, but annoying how it's suddenly not working correctly. I don't understand, though. The first trade went through fine, and now it disconnected. I don't know, unless it's like restarting the Switch would help, and even then I don't know if that'd be the right solution here to fix this or not. Lovely. I'll keep waiting, though. I don't mind. I want to get this hopefully done today. Things will just hold together long enough to get these trades over with. Your internet's bad, like everyone in your house is using it right now? Oh, that sucks. Well, we can keep trying. Hopefully, if it'll work, we can get this done. I would assume it should be okay to get through these trades. And then I don't know how we're going to handle doing max raids through the online, though, is the problem if we do this, because I don't know how the internet's going to hold together long enough to do a Latias raid. That's the only problem. I feel like that's going to be an issue. We just need to get the Pokemon highlighted and get the trades out of the way. Get the Porygon done first, and then we can move to the other two after we get Porygon 2 back on my profile where it belongs. I know what that's like, though. I've been stuck with crappy internet my whole life, so I know exactly what it feels like to deal with shitty internet that doesn't work too well. It's not a pleasant experience. Also, please tell me I'm not the only one who's weirded out by Regice when it comes to his like, walking animation. He just fucking floats at you while he's, like, T-posing. It looks really fucking creepy in its own way. Okay, right, I'm gonna get over my Porygon there.
and trade it as quickly as I can. There we go. Hopefully it'll... Okay, good. Try to speed through the evolution text if you can. I don't know if you can speed it up by too much, but it should immediately turn into Porygon 2 when it reaches you. Let me see. PS5 has lost the copy of Sackboy and Demon Souls. That sucks. Not great to hear that your PS5 is suddenly, like, being delayed in its delivery. That must be really lame. Can imagine that's not a good feeling. Okay, right. Hopefully we get this done. I want my weird-looking 3D dipping bird shiny to be back on my profile. Okay. I guess whenever your thing is ready. I don't know how long it takes for Porygon to evolve over here. Yeah, I'm guessing you're going through an evolution cutscene right now. I don't know how this is handling it. I don't know how the game does this. I thought usually it held up both ends. Anyway, I was talking about something else in the meantime that I guess we can discuss, like, talking about what's everyone's favorite Christmas carols. Oh, there we go. Okay, cool. It's evolved into its first evolution. I mentioned some of mine already. Let It Snow's really good. That's one I enjoy listening to. I think that's a good Christmas carol. Just the melody's good. Also, White Christmas is really great. I think I listened to that one quite a bit. One of my favorites. And then you've got stuff like Frosty the Snowman and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, which I both mentioned their movies already earlier on the stream. I could listen to those all the time. The only problem with Christmas carols I find, at least in America, is when you hear Christmas carols, you hear like radio stations play the fucking Christmas carols literally all the fucking time, over and over on repeat. Wait, was that trading again to get this stuff done? Oh wait, I think I was gonna trade some fodder Pokemon. Give me a second, because I don't know if I have anything else to trade, unfortunately. So just have these Grookies or whatever. Shouldn't matter. Trade that, and then oh wait, that's not what I need to trade though. Wait, yeah, you need to trade back the Silvally and the Zamazenta now, that's right. Then once we're done with that, we're good to get the last trade done. Oh man, Christmas carols are nice, but I'm sure you guys can agree with me. It gets annoying when you hear the same songs on the radio over and over again on repeat. By the way, you guys see Christmas carolers very often where you live any? I'm just curious. We don't see them very often. I mean, they're sometimes around at Christmas time, but I don't feel like I see Christmas carolers pop up that often. I used to see them quite a bit at my grandparents' place, though, and I'd see them every now and then. It gets a little annoying when they come up to your door and bother you. You don't want to, like, deal with it, though. It's not super annoying, but it's not super great to put up with either. It's very much just like, please, I don't want to be bothered. I know you're trying to be like cheerful and spread Christmas is cheer around, but it's like, I'd rather not have to listen to people singing outside my door. I'd rather just mind my own business and go about my day instead of listening to Christmas carols. Hang on a second or two. I don't know if I've seen anything else on. Yeah, this problem is sometimes, I don't know, but it might just be from videos, but I know some people with, like, Christmas carols, like, they almost take it as an insult if you don't answer the door, and then they start singing at your door even more when you don't pick up the door and, like, or not pick up the door, so, you know, I mean, answer the door and, like, say something when they're singing their Christmas carols. It's like, please just go away, don't bother me. It's like, ugh. Sometimes America has these kind of problems. Same kind of thing with, like, obnoxious, like, people coming around, those Jehovah Witness people that bother you, and it's like, have you heard of our Lord and Savior Jesus? It's like, I'm the kind of person who's fairly okay with religion, and I'm religious myself, but it's like, I absolutely do not give a shit about some person coming to my doorstep trying to tell me about Jesus. It's like, fuck off and leave me alone. I don't want to be bothered. It's like, there's really no reason for you to come over to my door and bother me about nothing. It's like, The only thing I'm going to do if I see that is I'm going to slam the door in their face, probably. It's like, go the fuck away and leave me alone. Okay, now that we've done that, we got the next item on it, I think. Let me make sure. Check summary. Yeah, okay. And now I'm going to put my... I'm going to put my Regice steel back, and then, okay, we should be able to complete the last trade we've got. Yeah, it depends on who you're dealing with. Some people are very persistent and don't take no for an answer. It's the way America is. Not all the time, but you get some people who don't understand the point of, like, leave me alone and I don't want to be bothered and really shouldn't be sitting around, like, messing with me when I'm not trying to answer the door. If I don't want to be bothered, it's like, you should take your hint and go on instead of continually staying at the door being a nuisance. I don't feel like I see those kind of people too often, but there's definitely people like that in America that do not understand the point of, like, go away. Okay, there we go. Next evolution. Right, there we go. After this should be good. Just have to get this next 2 trades done where it's trade back. I appreciate this, though. This is very, very slow and a little on the annoying side trying to get these evolutions done. It's not easy, and if it's not somebody that I trust, then it's not all that easy to get the stuff done. I really appreciate getting this Porygon evolved and back to me, though, because I would not trust anybody random with this. I'll send you the Tentacruel if that's what you want. It doesn't matter too much to me after... actually, yeah, we can do that. I'll give you this Tentacruel for helping me evolve my Porygon, so you can take this as a thank you. I've already got a Tentacruel, and I think I might have an extra one anyway, so it's like, really no need for me to hold on to it. Just as soon as the evolution's done. That's something I hate about Pokemon. Not that it's a big deal. Also, goddamn, wow, Porygon Z looks fucking weird. It is a good shiny, but absolutely bizarre looking. Something I don't like about Pokemon is dealing with the whole trait evolution aspect of Pokemon. It's very annoying and very irritating. Oh yeah, that's no problem. I don't mind. You're doing me a huge favor. I couldn't trust just anybody to do this, so this is a very, very useful thing having this Porygon Z now. Because I know I wouldn't have got this done on my own, obviously, and yeah. Funny how after all these years, Game Freak has still not found a way, not found a way, they just haven't given us a way to evolve our Pokemon from trait evolutions through literally, any other method would be better than what they've given us, where we could do it on our own without dealing with somebody stealing it. You see people stealing, like, trait evolutions all the time, and even worse, the people will steal, like, fucking shiny trait evolution Pokemon. I wouldn't trust just anybody with that stuff. Okay, right. I'm gonna make sure I double-checked it, and it should be all good. Now it's evolved into Porygon Z. I think this completes the Crown Tundra Dex, too. Not Crown Tundra, I mean, excuse me, the Isle of Armor Pokédex. Okay, right. So who do I go to show my newly completed Isle of Armor Pokédex to? I think I talked over, or shouldn't go over and talk to Master Mustard. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm done trading. I want to get my Mark Charm before I continue. I'm assuming Mustard will give me the Mark Charm, but I don't know who. Oh, that's right. The scientist lady, that's right. She has the Isle of Armor stuff, because she mentions the Isle of Armor Pokédex. If I go talk to her, she'll probably give me my Mark Charm. Get this out of the way and have it on my profile, and, I mean, makes it kind of nice to have the little added bonus of possibly getting a Mark Shiny, so figured I might as well complete this and get it done. Not like it'd hurt anyway. And then we'll go handle Latias, since I haven't done that yet. Okay. Right, let me go get over there and handle this. This might take a second or two. Is it just me or is the game lagging a little bit? It looks like it's, like, hiccuping as I'm trying to go through the world. Like, I feel like I'm seeing, like, slight lag spikes where the game's not handling the connection very well, and yeah, there's definitely frame drops. God, this game has some sloppy netcode. Some Animal Crossing? Are you gonna be doing? You're not gonna do the Latias stuff right now, or do you want to do it later? That's weird. Okay, I'm getting something for getting Zarud. Let's see, on the Gala region, let alone on the Isle of Armor. Thank you for showing me Zarud. Taking my gratitude. Okay, I didn't remember this partner cap. I didn't remember you got a reward for getting a Zarud. Well, he meets a lot of Pokemon during his journey. That's interesting. So you get a cap for getting a Zarud. That's bizarre. I didn't realize that. 211 Pokemon seen, 211 caught. Cool, that's what I was hoping for. Okay, cool. And let's see. Hard work, I made remarkable progress on my research. Asked. Oh, sweet. Okay, what's it gonna do? I'll take a screenshot just to celebrate, I guess. Yeah, I'd get an Isle of Armor Pokédex certificate like it's really that big of a deal. It wasn't that hard. Alright, I wasn't sure if you wanted the raid right now. Not really a big deal. I've got Latias ready at any point, and figured you'd want to get that raid since it's sealed exclusive, but I can do it whenever, I don't mind. Come and rate your great achievement. May add something special to your league card. Oh? What is this? What are all these rewards? I've never really seen too much of this. Replica Gold Crown. And a Mark Charm. Okay, cool. Mark Charm is what I was after. Mysterious and unique charm that increases the chance of finding a Pokemon with the mark. That's something everyone can do. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's that hard, really. Not really game. Your friend found saying get off him. Alright, I mean, that's fine, too. Just wondering, since I wasn't sure if you wanted me to host it, I was gonna do it whenever. It's just a matter of fact that I couldn't host it on my main profile until I got Regice Drago, and I didn't get it until some time, so didn't have an opportunity to actually sit there and host it until I got it, and obviously that took a long while longer than I was hoping. Otherwise, I would have hosted it a lot sooner. Okay, yeah, it just increases your chances. Okay, interesting. I think I read the Mark Charm is like 3 out of 50 chance to find marked Pokemon. That's pretty interesting. I'm surprised the chances of getting marked Pokemon are so low. Okay. Let's turn the Lycom off. It's just going to cause lag in the game. There's literally no reason to have a Mark Charm. Or not the Mark Charm, to have the game have, like, people on screen. It's going to cause me problem. Sorry about that. Let's get back to the game's hunt, though. I'm ready to play more of this. I'm ready to try and hopefully get Regice. Actually, if you guys don't mind, just really quickly, I'm going to look and see about, like, what time we're at and like streaming in a second and see where I'm sitting at. I don't think it's too late in the stream though. I think we're fairly early in still. I think we're only at like 2 hours. Let me check on something really fast though. Yeah, okay, I think everything's good. Let's see. It's been, yeah, about 2 hours. Cool. Just wondering. Alright. See, are we healed up and ready to go? So I guess, okay, we're talking about, like, Christmas stuff, and I was talking quite a bit, actually. I got a little sidetracked in that. I guess, I mean, since you were talking about how you got your hands on Animal Crossing, you probably haven't got your PlayStation 4 yet. I mean, to be frank, in your scenario, I'd probably wait until PS5 comes out, though. Not like it, or not PS5, I'm saying PS5 gets a price drop when there's better stuff. Obviously, it's up to you, like, what you want to get there. Oh, actually, we didn't open the shiny count back up. Fuck, I forgot. I need to have my shiny counter ready to go so I can start adding Regice to it again. PS4s were out of stock, so you had to get a TV. That kind of sucks a little bit. I don't know what that's like. At least I felt some very similar stuff. Hold on. Okay, it's gonna take a moment. I have to reopen my program I had open for counting Pokemon, and God knows that's gonna take a minute or two to get everything ready. Don't mind me, I need a minute or two to do this. This is gonna be probably the wrong Pokemon for a second. Wait for next Christmas and get a PS5. Yeah, I don't blame you about that. I'm not sure when I'm going to get one, if I'm going to get one, like, early on or not. I want to, but I mean, I also don't want to buy one at the current price. I think $500 is asking a ton of money. And for every person out there that's like, oh, just get the digital edition, it's like, why? Why would I buy the digital edition when I can get my hands on, like, a cheaper physical one that plays, like, physical games? It's not cheaper itself, but I can get that, and then I can use that to, like, buy used games and play and save myself more money. Buying a digital edition is going to cost a shit ton more money. Okay, right, there's Regice, and 1 second. Play. Are we at 230? And plus, minus. Cool, there we go, back to normal. Now we got all our set and stuff set up and ready to go. Let me just move my thing out of the way and continue like we were doing before. Oh, I have two of the same thing opened. Let me make sure that's fixed. There we go. So, anyway, let's see. Like I was saying before, or actually I've got something else I wanted to say. Yeah, excuse me. Words are not coming out of my mouth right at the moment, right? I'm speaking really poorly for some reason. Like I was saying, any good shiny hunts you guys are going on in Pokemon? Done anything fun? Done anything interesting? I know you're playing Animal Crossing. Anything else you guys been playing? Personally, I've been, like, just messing around with, like, Tetris, and I started back on playing a little bit of Kirby Superstar on my Switch, and I've been messing around with it whenever I get a little bit of free time, because I've been playing through my older games on there. I've been enjoying just going back and playing, like, retro games and going through some of the stuff I've got. Found it to be fun enough to play older stuff. Not really anything I'm interested in right now. There's not really anything good coming out for first-party games at the moment. And the next big thing is 3D World, which is kind of bad how the next big release is going to be a fucking port from Wii U, honestly. Not that it's a big deal, but yeah, I want to see new titles released on the Switch. Ugh. Come to think of it, we're not going to be getting very much in terms of new Switch games for a while, are we? Like, not any brand new stuff. I think most of the big games are releasing in March next year. We got that Balan Wonderland thing, Monster Hunter. There was something else, I don't remember. There's like 3 or 4 games that are all releasing March 2021 next year. They're all going to be pretty high-profile games. It makes you wonder if we're going to see like a new hardware revision. By the way, I don't think we've discussed that any, like, what would you guys want to see out of a Switch hardware revision? I kind of want the Switch Pro rumors to be true. I'd actually like to have a more powerful Switch that I could play on. Hopefully one that can also have Joy-Con problems fixed. I'm disappointed in how the Lite turned up. Not by like a lot, but I mean, I was actually hoping Switch Lite would be just a smaller, more compact model of the Switch that had compatibility with docks still, and then they made it incompatible with docks and still has drifting issues, and not something I'm a completely big fan of. Like, there's a lot of weird stuff about the Switch Lite. I'd rather just play on my normal Switch than get a Switch Lite, even if it is slightly easier to carry around. I don't know if you can fit it in your pocket or not, and that's what the point of getting a smaller console would be in the first place. Higher quality? I guess that's a fair thing to ask for it, although I guess it's kind of vague. I'm personally hoping for maybe more power. I don't know what I want to see in my, like, see what I want to see in the Switch Lite. I think, yeah, okay, why did I bother with the full heal again? I think I can just run away from the encounter and keep doing that without worrying about paralysis. I'm wasting my time if I heal my Regice every time I do a battle. I hope we get another revision, get a better one. I hope the Switch Pro brings about some good stuff. I've been hoping we can get the hardware defects fixed at least. The Switch has been Definitely plagued by a lot of problems, I'm not gonna lie. Feels like more so than other Nintendo platforms. I just realized something that I never really stopped to think of. Does having a status effect actually potentially impact your ability to run away from Pokemon? I don't think it does, but I never actually stopped to check if, like, having, like, sleep or paralysis on a Pokemon prevents you from running away from something. I don't think it's supposed to, but I don't actually know. I've never actually looked into it and seen if it's actually like a factor that can stop you or not. I don't think so, though. I think it's actually just completely random whether or not you're free to run away, and since these Regice are the same level, there's no guarantee I can run away every time. Oh man, give me just a second or two. I need a bit to catch my breath. I might actually need to get a water in a minute because I am a little bit tired. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not good at talking long periods of time without getting exhausted, unfortunately. Give me a moment or two. Just gonna look over my thing really quickly. Alright. I got another topic for a little bit that should be good. Just something I thought of that I wanted to bring up for a little bit. I can go through a whole bunch of different things. It's just a thing I wanted to mention, though. Okay, so here's the question. What's everyone's, like, least favorite food you've eaten or something you've had that's really nasty? I thought of this recently because I remembered some stuff that I saw on YouTube, and I've seen, like, people doing, like, taste test videos at some point, or just, like, some stuff where people have been, like, messing around with certain stuff, and, like, thought it'd be fun to talk about that for a little bit. Obviously, talking about bad tasting food isn't fun, but I've had some that I've not enjoyed. I don't recall ever really liking, like, vinegar on stuff very much. I don't find it to be very good. And I know a lot of people find this probably not amazing, but I don't really enjoy eating vegetables very much either. I'm definitely on the picky side. Okay, I don't know if I'm being impacted on my running or not. I'm gonna fucking drop a full heal just to be safe, because I don't want to sit here and potentially fucking waste time with this wild Regice. If I use a fucking full heal, I'll at least be able to get the fuck out for sure, hopefully. But yeah, I'm not sure what my least favorite is. I've had a lot of things I don't really love eating, though. A lot of food that's not great. Let's see. What all have I had that's, like, really bad? I mean, I've tried to eat sushi, and I've never really found, like, a ton of sushi that I've liked a whole lot. I used to not really like Chinese food very much, even though that's where I got into trying, like, any better Chinese food, and then found out about some stuff that's actually good, and found restaurants that actually don't suck, that are actually good to eat at, so I didn't really have that proper experience with it. I think I've had Mediterranean food before, and it's not very good. That's something I don't really enjoy eating either. That's something I find to be kind of gross, to be frank. Let's see. There's another thing I was going to mention that I almost forgot about. Actually, I've watched, like, a video from somebody eating Vegemite before, and I've only heard about it and never actually had it myself. But I remember looking at it and, like, seeing the reaction from them eating it, and it was like they were, like, so grossed out by how awful it tasted after they had eaten it, and, like, practically gagging after they had, like, a taste of it. I've got to say, like, it kind of makes me wonder what it tastes like, except I don't know if I'd ever want to actually eat it. By the reaction that I heard, I imagine Vegemite must taste completely awful. Like, that video was something. I think I watched, like, Vine Sauce, and it was like a thing where he was taste testing Vegemite somebody had sent him, and it looked nasty, and it seems like it tasted nasty, too. I've never really understood, like, challenge videos. I was going to mention that because I know there's, like, some challenge videos that relate to this exact topic I was talking about, whether it be about, like, something like this or something completely different. Like, one thing I know that people do on YouTube for challenge videos is I know people will do stuff like, oh, we're going to eat the world's hottest pepper, and then they fucking eat it, and then they end up, like, screaming or end up, like, needing to, like, I think I've heard of somebody getting hospitalized from eating a pepper that was too spicy before, something like that, like, serious problems cropping up over eating something that they weren't supposed to. Like, it's like, God, there's some shitty stuff that you hear about happening. It's like, are these videos even worth it? Also, fucking, I know this is like a pretty much a thing the manufacturer of this, like, encourages. There's that fucking Bean Boozled shit that happens where, if you guys haven't heard of it, Bean Boozled is where you order, like, a whole bunch of, like, jelly beans off of this, like, I don't remember what their name is. I think the company that makes them is, like, Jelly Belly or something. They make, like, normal and jelly beans that you can order, and they have the special thing you can get called Bean Boozled. And if you order the Bean Boozled, you get, like, a bunch of jelly beans. The difference is that you get, like, jelly beans that are really, really bad tasting and really, really good tasting, and you have, like, no way to know which are which. They don't label them where you can, like, tell them apart, and the whole idea is you eat one, and if you don't know if you're going to get a bad jelly bean or a good jelly bean, and if you eat them, you can end up eating some really gross flavors, like, let's see, what are some of the ones I remember seeing before? I think there was one that's, like, actually, like, vomit flavor, and I've heard of one, let's see, what was it? Is it Vomit's one I remember hearing about. I think there's, like, something like earwax or something really gross, and I couldn't remember though. I'll have to look it up. Let me see what it pops up when I search this, actually. I'm just curious to see what all pops up on Google, because I remember there's some really nasty flavors on here. Can go through this and give you guys an idea of how bad they are. Yeah, let me see. This is the list of some of them from their most recent package to see what all they've got on here really quick. Here's one. There's a whole bunch of these, and they've got, like, their counterparts listed. I'm not going to bother reading them off with, like, the actual better flavors. Just read the bad ones. Dirty dishwasher, stink bug, barf, toothpaste, rotten egg, stinky socks, canned dog food, spoiled milk, dead fish, boogered, and then that's, like, the ones from their most recent thing. It says it's their 5th edition. They're all, like, listed with, like, a better flavor that's also inside the packaging, and you don't know which flavor you're getting when you eat it. I never really completely understood the point of this thing. It's not terrible. I guess it's like a thing where if you're desperate to have, like, some extra viewer interaction or have some review on your YouTube thing, you can do that. It just seems kind of stupid, though. It's like, yeah, I'd fucking eat one of these jelly beans, and then you end up getting a bad one, fucking gag at how awful it tastes. I can't even imagine eating that stuff, though. It just sounds disgusting. Fucking imagine you go to eat a jelly bean that somebody plays a prank on you with, and then you eat a fucking jelly bean that tastes like fucking dirty socks. I would fucking probably gag and want to fucking clean my mouth out for like a fucking whole entire day from how nasty it'd taste, I bet. I don't think I would take very well to having that kind of taste in my mouth. Ugh. Oh well. Ugh. I think that's probably plenty talk about bad foods. I mean, if you guys want to talk about stuff you don't like, you're more than welcome to, though. I'm just throwing out stuff I remembered and stuff I thought that'd be good to talk about regarding that topic. Here's another thing that'll be fun to talk about for a little bit. What's everyone's favorite candy types, actually? Like, what all do you guys like for different candy? I'm curious. And then maybe what's the worst ones? Personally, I'm not really sure about my exact favorites. I like a lot of stuff, though. I eat a whole bunch of them, like Nestle Crunch, like Kit Kats. Let's see, Butterfinger's good. Crunchy? I don't know if I've heard that or not. That sounds like Nestle Crunch almost. I'm not sure what it is. I probably have to look it up. There's some good ones. I know there's some you don't see in some countries you'll see in others, so it might be just a regional thing. You want to talk something I don't like and I don't find very good. I don't know if anybody will agree with me on this here. I do not like licorice very much, though. I cannot stand the taste of licorice. I find black licorice to be really nasty, especially black licorice. Licorice in general, I've never had a very good taste for. I've always found licorice to be really gross tasting. It always tastes just like really funny to me. Hold on a second, I'm making sure I mark off that topic that I was talking about. Hate it. Yeah, I don't blame you there. Licorice is actually just awful. Licorice, it's like, ugh, why? Who thinks of this as like an actual treat? It's like, ugh, when you put it in your mouth, and usually it just tastes kind of bad. In my opinion, it's not a very good snack. It's like, if you eat licorice, usually the flavor is just gross, in my opinion. Licorice is just not good, in my opinion. How do you guys feel about, like, gummy bears or, like, gummy stuff in general? I'm curious to hear about that, though. I used to really hate gummy bears and not really like them. I think over the years, I kind of grew to, like, actually like the taste of, like, eating gummy stuff. I'm not really big on gummies because I find their taste to be kind of plain tasting and not really the best. Some of the gummies are, like, really goddamn sweet and a little too sweet. So I think that's probably why I don't like them, is some of them are not that good. I don't mind gummies as overall. I'd say that some of them are kind of bad, though. Some of them are pretty good. Also, on another, like, similar note, I've got to say, tasting like some of the sour foods are pretty good. Not sour foods, sour candy's pretty good. I don't really like sour food in general very much. I don't eat pickles on my burgers, and I don't like the taste of lemons very much, actually. I don't know if I'm alone on that. I don't really have much taste when it comes to sour food. Usually when it comes to sour stuff, I will not usually eat much that's sour, actually. Usually when I get a burger, I normally get like a burger and I end up getting both the pickles and also the tomatoes cut off the burger. I don't like eating pickles and tomato on my burger almost ever. I don't like the taste of pickles at all. I just hate it. Let's see, I'm trying to think on what my usual burger is, actually. I mean, normally if I'm just getting a regular burger, it'd be burger followed by lettuce and then getting also like onion, but I like to get cheeseburgers usually when I have the option. And I like to eat bacon cheeseburger, so I like to have like a bacon cheeseburger that has the whole deal of having lettuce and onion, like I mentioned. Obviously, that's quite a bit of condiments, and I usually get myself like mustard on my burgers. Do you guys eat burgers very often, or do you guys not care for burgers? I'm curious, actually. Like, I eat meat probably more than most people. I know a lot of people do, though, because meat's good. That might not be something everybody likes because of that eating animals. And I know people get upset. A lot of vegans won't eat it, and it's like, personally, I don't really care. They're already dead. If it was an animal that was dying, like maybe right when I was eating it, it's like it might be a little different, but I mean, it's going to be meat that goes to waste if you don't eat it, so it's like, might as well use it. I always enjoy like a good burger. I eat more meat than I probably should, though. Burgers are just good in my opinion, although I guess it depends on where you eat them from. Home-cooked burgers are really good in my opinion. I think one of my favorite meals would be having burger and then fries, and depending on where I go to, I usually get like a milkshake if I'm on the right place to get a milkshake. If it's not, I'll get like just a soda or whatever. If you can eat burgers, do you not eat them any? I'm just curious. Also like to eat hot dogs when I get time, but I don't eat hot dogs as much as burgers. I don't really have the same taste for eating hot dogs, in my opinion. Hot dogs are okay. I've just never really found hot dogs to be super worth it. I mean, they're not bad. I just don't care about hot dogs as much. I feel like you get the taste a little bit, or the taste gets a little older quicker than it would the burger with the hot dog, because you only normally put like mustard and ketchup on your hot dog, maybe some cheese, and if you're really like to eat hot dog, you put like relish on your hot dog, but I don't like relish or chili or any of that stuff.
eat them rarely. That's understandable. I've eaten them less and less. I used to eat them fairly commonly when it comes to burgers, but I kind of tired myself out of eating burgers because I cooked them too often, then got a little sick of eating them, and ended up needing to space out myself eating them so I wouldn't end up continually getting the same taste over and over again. I decided to just not make them very often, so I ended up not getting the same flavor from them. They're still good, I just don't really eat them very much anymore. Corn dog, I don't know about you guys, this might just be me. I do not enjoy corn dogs. I don't like the taste of the, inside of it very much. I like the meat itself, and it's kind of sweet, but something about the way eating a corn dog is, I don't find the taste that good. It's okay. I can eat like 1 or 2 corn dogs. I never find it to be a very filling or satisfying meal, though. Corn dogs are like one of those few types of like meals where I find that I usually just like, corn dogs are okay, but in 99% of the scenarios where I'm actually eating a corn dog, I'd rather be eating a hot dog instead. I usually find that I don't end up liking corn dogs very much. Just not something I find that I like a lot. I mean, I will say it's weird. I like pancake on a stick like more than I do corn dog, and those are usually like different flavored corn dogs, like having stuff like wrapped up inside of it with the corn dog, but I don't know if I'd say those are that much better than an ordinary corn dog, frankly. By the way, I don't know if I've asked or not. You said I think you said you're vegan, right? Or are you not vegan? I don't remember. I thought you said you had been vegan, though. I don't remember if that's what you told me. I couldn't remember if that was the case. I'm just curious. I don't know if I could ever live vegan. I mean, it's not seeming like it's a terrible lifestyle, but I feel like I eat too much meat, and I don't really care to be vegan. Okay, maybe I misremembered things. Yeah, I guess I did. Thought you'd said you were vegan. Maybe I was thinking of somebody else who came in the chat and said that, because I could have sworn I remembered somebody telling me they were vegan. Not that it's a big deal. I just couldn't remember who said that. Not really anything that matters too much. I'm curious, what's your guys' like favorite meal to eat out of curiosity? Like, what do you guys really like? Like, what are your guys' favorite things you like to eat? Don't like to eat some meats like bacon. Honestly, I can't understand. It's not like it's a big deal. I respect your opinion, but I can't understand not liking bacon. I personally find bacon to be really good. It usually enhances the meals it's in, although I guess it depends on how you cook it too, but bacon usually is pretty good. I don't really feel like bacon all by itself is extremely strong as a food, but when it comes to like pairing it with other food, it usually works out really well. Especially in like a breakfast meal, bacon usually has its flavor enhanced quite a bit. I mean, I won't lie, I do eat bacon sometimes for like breakfast. It's like other foods, but I don't really eat it super often. It's pretty good, but yeah, it's usually in addition to eating something else. Like I like to eat bacon on my burger, for instance. That's something where I find bacon be far more suitable. You don't eat fish? Okay, I was going to ask about that, so I guess that answers that. I eat catfish more than probably any other type of fish. Not because I like it more, because catfish is more common where we live. We don't have a lot else that we get in terms of stuff. I've had trout, but I mean, I don't have the right setup. Like, I don't have any grill to cook trout on, and I've eaten salmon before. Salmon's really good, actually. Salmon's probably one of my favorite things to eat every now and then. Salmon's just good. I gotta say, it's weird hearing somebody doesn't eat fish. Not like it's a big deal, but like, there's a lot of different fish types out there. It's one thing to say you don't eat like a cow meat, but then it's another thing to say you don't eat fish, just because when it comes to fish, that's a very, very broad category of like food when you say you don't eat fish, because when you look at all the fish types out there, there are a lot of fish you can eat. There's trout, there's salmon, there's catfish, there's also like tuna. I'm not sure how many like big ones or out there that are like different flavored, that are taste that different. But like, there's a lot of different fish types out there to eat, and a lot of them taste very, very different. A lot of them are pretty good too, in my opinion. Not all of them, but there's a lot of good ones. I also hear like swordfish is pretty decent. I've never had it, but I hear swordfish is kind of like eating steak apparently, and that's a little bit on the tougher side. I've actually thought about cooking swordfish, but I've never really tried to before. I think I've told you guys, I've had octopus. Eating octopus is a really weird experience, because it feels really odd putting a fucking tentacle in your mouth and then eating it. It's just a very, very bizarre sensation to actually eat an octopus tentacle and try it. It's actually pretty good, though. It is bizarre to eat the first time, though, I'll say that much. It's definitely not something that's normal feeling. I still need to find a good sushi place. I've never actually had sushi that I found that I've actually liked very much, and I feel like if I find somewhere good, maybe I can actually try sushi and enjoy it, because I hear sushi's good, and the one place I've had it at, it's not very tasty. And yet I hear people talk about sushi like it's a treat all the time. Oh well. Let's see. Like I was saying, we can switch over to talking about other stuff regarding food, or talk about whatever. Talking about food too much isn't what I was intending to do. What is your guys' favorite types of foods, actually, just out of curiosity? Like I said, I'm not sure what my favorite is. I don't know. I have to think on this for a second. Maybe pork chops. Pork chops are definitely up there in terms of, like, good meals to cook. Very well done chicken is something I enjoyed eating a lot, though. Kebab? That's interesting. Personally, I can't eat kebab. I don't know why. I think I had a bad experience when I was at my the last specialty school I had to go to a few years back that I've told you guys about in San Antonio. We cooked kebabs, and I remember when I made those, something about the way I ate one made me like gag and made me... It didn't feel very good eating it. Something about the meat tasted too greasy and real funny when I was eating it, and ever since I had that kebab, remember after I've had that, I could not stomach eating a kebab and try to eat them again. It looks good, it smells good, but when I come to actually trying to eat the kebabs, I just can't. I think that negative association from them having it and then not liking it and it being really bad has like made me very much unwilling to eat a kebab again. Just not wanting to experience that really nasty taste I had the first time. Not something I would want to experience a second time. Kebabs are good, and from what I've seen, that's just the problem isn't me personally. I can't eat them very well because of that bad negative association in my memory. What are some other favorites I've had? Some good stuff. I don't know if you guys would agree with me on this, but like, I would say fried chicken, or not even just fried chicken, chicken is probably one of the better foods out there. One thing I like about chicken is that with chicken, you can cook chicken in so many different ways. You can look up, like, different ways to cook chicken on Google. I'm pretty sure you could find up to 100 different ways, if not more, that you can cook chicken. You just, like, look at all these recipes out there for, like, all these different ways to eat it. That's one thing I really like about chicken as a food. You're not limited, like, even remotely on how many different options you can have for, like, how you would eat it. If I was going to be stuck with, like, one food that I had to eat for the rest of my life, I would probably answer chicken. I don't think I would go for something else. The only other thing I can think of, and that maybe, probably not a yes, is that I would think about maybe eggs, because I know eggs. I've seen people, like, cook eggs in, like, a lot of ways. I found a video that had, like, 97 ways to cook eggs or something. That's a lot of ways you can make eggs. Yeah, chicken's good. Since we're talking about chicken, this is a pretty good topic to talk about for a little bit. What's your guys' favorite type of chicken to eat? Do you guys like fried chicken? Do you like it grilled? I don't think I've had grilled chicken a few times. I don't really care for grilled chicken. I don't think it's that great. Normally I kind of bake mine in my oven because it's easy to do it that way, and I don't really have the experience to know how to fry it properly, so I can't really try to fry it. Chicken strips are also really goddamn good. Some of the chicken nuggets usually. Let's see, what else is there that's something I remember from... They're like chicken-based dishes that are great. I've had some really good ones. Chicken Parmesan is also really mouth-watering. Every time I have that, I enjoy it. I haven't really cooked it for myself properly, but I do enjoy eating it. Also, chicken fried chicken and chicken fried steak are both really good. Those are things I enjoy quite a bit. Those are good dishes. I couldn't even, think, I'm listing all these different things. I'm not actually sure if I know what my favorite chicken dish is, because there's, a lot of good ones out there, and trying to name exactly one and pick one that's my absolute favorite is actually kind of hard. Even a good chicken sandwich is honestly a really good, meal, honestly. I know you said I think you live in Ireland, unless I'm misremembering. And what kind of restaurants do you guys have on there? I don't know if you guys have the same kind of stuff like we do. My favorite place to go for, food, at least when I get the opportunity, is Chick-fil-A, because they have, a lot of really good chicken there, and they cook their food really good. Their chicken sandwiches are great, their chicken nuggets are great, and all their chicken strips. Chick-fil-A is hands down my favorite. They have some amazing quality chicken, in my opinion. I love eating their Chick-fil-A. Good stuff. That's some of my favorites. Honestly, really, really good. Gotta say, I don't get sick of eating there. Let's see, I was thinking, actually, what was I also gonna mention? Well, whatever. Not really a big day. Chick-fil-A isn't there. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I think Chick-fil-A is, mostly American chain. I don't think it's in too many other countries. I might be wrong, though. 4-star pizza? That sounds pretty good. I don't know how popular it is in America, if it's still around, but I do remember one place that I've had pizza at when I was younger that I really liked. Let me see. Let me see. Yeah. I remember back when I was younger, I used to eat a place called Pizza Inn. That was something I really enjoyed eating pizza at. That was a place that I really liked the pizza from, so that was one of my go-to pizza places. Not my favorite. I still agree with the general consensus that having like that mom and pop pizza is absolutely amazing, and you get quality pizza you wouldn't get out of a restaurant chain if you go to a mom and pop place. You get some very good pizza, surprisingly. I always enjoy going and getting new pizza because of that reason. Let's see. Oh, here's another good pizza place, actually, when we're on the topic of it, that I almost forgot about that I've been to. This is, I think, a little more of a chain, but it's not a bad one. So in America, we have a place, it's called Papa Murphy's. You go in, you buy the pizza and all, but you get a pizza that's it's prepared for you. It's not cooked. It has all the stuff on it and set up, and it's got cooking instructions on it. You buy the pizza ready to cook, and it has instructions to tell you how to make it. They have really good pizza. I've gone down there and got pizza several times, and I like their pizza quite a lot. I don't know if you guys have anything like that where you live, any pizza chains that are like that. That's one of my favorite places I used to go to get pizza. I haven't got any from there in a while. I'm going to have to go get some again, but Papa Murphy's is good. It's really easy to work with, even though it's a little more work than your average pizza. You just go pick up the pizza, then you just take it and you read what the instructions on it are, get out your baking sheet or whatever you need to put it on, then you put it in your oven for however long it tells you to and cook it. It always turns out really good. I genuinely enjoyed eating the pizza there. Huh. I'm not that surprised. I don't think it's a huge thing that people love, is having a pizza chain where you get a pizza that you have to do the baking process yourself, but it is a very good pizza. I do enjoy their stuff, honestly. Wouldn't mind getting that right now if it wasn't for the fact it's late, and also I don't want to waste money. That's a big deal. I've got to say, I don't know if you guys have had it or not, and maybe not, but I've got to say, most of my experiences eating like a home cooked pizza, not from like a mom and pop place. That's different. That's not what I'm referring to. But like eating a pizza from like a home cooked pizza, like a recipe that you find online or find like from some restaurant. Like I've got to say, eating it when you like home cooked pizza isn't very good compared to eating it from a chain. Like we had like a thing like when I was younger, me and my mom got something from Little Caesars, like a cook your own pizza kit thing, and we made it, and the pizza when we finished it was like actually not very good. It didn't taste good at all. Like their pizza's not great to begin with, but the pizza we got from their little pizza cooking kit was actually much, much worse than their normal pizza. It just did not taste good at all. I swear most of the home cooked pizzas I've had are not very tasty. They usually suck and they taste really badly. It's usually just better to order from like a local place than it is to get a home cooked pizza. I mean, I think it's just dependent on whether or not you find the right ingredients and the right, like, actual recipe. I think it all really depends on whether or not you get the right pizza stuff for working with. You don't have, like, the right supplies, and cooking a pizza won't really work out well. If you have all the right stuff you need, then it'll work. I know there's, like, a very specific oven that most pizza places use. I think most pizza restaurants have, like, a little brick oven or whatever, and they use the brick oven to like put the pizza in and cook it fast at that, and they get their pizza set up just right and cooked relatively quickly through a brick oven, so makes sense they use that in order to get their pizzas done relatively easy. I think that's a pretty common thing, is to have pizza that way. Ugh, I don't know. I've never really had decent home cooked pizza. I'm sure there's good recipes out there, but finding them is not very easy. Hang on a second. Okay, let's see. Hang on, some other stuff actually. While we're on the pizza topic, like actually, like, what are your guys' favorite recipes or favorite like dishes you think you can remember? Unique dishes you've had, like different stuff, anything good that's different. I remember something we had like in school at one point for like a culinary class graduation. There was one that at like the prior class, the one I was in, made, and there was something that was like really fancy, and it was called a bird in a basket. It was like this little recipe that involved like egg, hash browns. Let's see, what else was it? Egg and hash brown. I think they had like maybe bacon or something, and they had like a whole bunch of different like types of like breakfast food all together. They cooked it all in this like specific shape where it looked like it was like an actual like little bird, and it had like an actual like, what's the right word? Oh yeah, like the hash browns were arranged to look like a bird nest. It was really, really cool and really, really neat. Really, really interesting recipe that I've never tried to make myself, and looks like it takes a lot of skill to have. I don't think the taste is like anything extremely different from like what you'd see from regular like breakfast food, but it was really cool, and it was pretty good from what I remember. It was a very, very tasty meal from what I remember. You guys have anything like really good like that to eat before? You guys not? I was thinking you guys not get to have that kind of experience with your food very often. I like to try new stuff with food all the time, though. I find food to be the one area where I prefer to have like different stuff that I try eating all the time. I just can't handle the idea of eating same food every day. Too much doesn't eat the same old each day for me. I'd rather have unique food every time I have something. It tastes better that way, in my opinion. Actually, speaking of like recipes that I've used in like home cooked stuff, I found a really good recipe for chicken nuggets. It's not amazing, but I remember I found something online where you just use like flour, some egg, and you use like little pieces of chicken and potato chips, and then you like roll it around in the flour and then get it all sticky with the egg, and you get like covered in chips, and when you stick it in your frying pan, you cook it, and it turns all the chips on the like pieces of chicken into like a crust that you can use, and then once you got it cooked long enough, you got some pretty good little chicken nuggets. Very, very good recipe in my opinion. Tastes very good. Something I've had quite a few times. Enjoy making it. I haven't done that recipe in a while, though. I want to try cooking something like that again at some point, hopefully. Oh, man. Trying to think here for a second. You guys in chat, I think I've asked before, but I don't think I've seen, like, everybody in chat answer this or talk about it very often, just, like, out of curiosity. You guys like cooking any, or do you guys not cook any? Just curious to hear if anybody here does any cooking, or if it's mostly just me, since I've talked about how I like to cook when I have free time. I find cooking to be pretty nice. I don't cook very often, because like I said, I don't like doing unless the cleanup with trying to clean all the dishes. If I'm being honest, the dishes are the worst part of doing cleanup when it comes to cooking. I would be much happier to like cook way more often if I didn't have to clean up all the dishes afterwards. That's the part that I hate the most. I don't know. I've never worked at a restaurant because of that reason, partially too, because I don't want to fucking be stuck on sitting there working with like fucking doing dishes as part of the restaurant duty. I would not be able to be fast enough to meet the demands to clean dishes. I would never make it. Nope. I'm not surprised about that. It's fine if you're younger, it's not that surprising either. I'd say as you get older, clean, or not clean, I was saying clean is not the right word. I mean, you naturally have to clean, but what I was meant to say is cooking is something most people get into when they get older. Cook more. It's more fun to cook, and you can live without cooking, but it's easier and cheaper to do cooking for yourself than it is if you don't, frankly. I find I save more money when I cook for myself. I don't like to do it very often, though. Oh, man. Speaking of food talk, here's another topic for a little bit. What's everyone's favorite dessert foods? You guys like cake the most? Do you like pies, cookies? What kind of things do you guys like eating? And what's your favorite of like these, like say like specific type of cake or whatever do you like the most? I'm not sure about my exact favorites. I've had a lot of really good ones though. There's a lot of things that I really like. I'd say probably cake is my favorite, like dessert probably. I like eating all sorts of stuff, but cake is just really good. Cake is really sweet and it usually hits the spot when you want something good. And there's a lot of great types of cakes out there. Cheesecake. I gotta be honest, I never really got like super into cheesecake. I've had it a few times. Something about the cheese part of the cake is not something I enjoy eating. I don't mind the taste that much, but the cheese itself does not vibe well with me while I'm eating it. I like eating cake and I like eating cheese, but I do not really like eating cheesecake that much. Something about eating cheesecake is just not pleasant for me. I don't know why. I can't place my finger on why I don't like it. I don't find it bad. I just would rather eat something else than I would cheesecake. Never really found that I loved it that much. I do like eating a lot of different cakes, though. Cake is good. Cake is really good. I've had so many different types of cakes over the years, and they're all very, very good. I could name like a bunch of different good cakes that I've had that are all worth it. I'm not sure if this is my exact favorite. I know I mentioned it on stream before. One of my probably biggest favorite like cakes I've had would probably be having Black Forest cake. Black Forest cake is so good. I love eating it. It is honestly like it's really, really sweet. It's got like a kind of chocolate flavor to it. It's not purely chocolate. It's a little weird trying to describe it. I think the flavor is kind of closer to like the German chocolate cakes. Those have like a kind of distinct flavor to them. And it involves a bunch of different steps. I remember like all the stuff you need, and it's got like a very, very good icing. You have like cherries decorating around the cake, and you have to like mix alcohol into it. My mom didn't like this at first, and I mentioned it to her the first time, and I had it once, and it wasn't as good as it could have been. It wasn't bad, but it didn't come out as flavored as good as it could have because she didn't want to use alcohol because you're not supposed to actually get alcohol in your system from eating it. You're supposed to mix the alcohol until it dissolves into the cake and it's cooked into the cake. You're not supposed to have alcohol left in the cake when you make it, but like it is so good. Like you mix it all together and you have it like it is actually really tasty. It's really rich and a little hard to eat, but it's so great. Let me see if I can find the picture of this for you guys really quick. So you guys can see how good this cake looks. Like I've had this a few times. It's actually the same cake from Portal. If you guys ever played Portal, like the cake they show in that game is actually a Black Forest cake, and Black Forest cake is extremely tasty. I've only had it like 2 or 3 times, but every time I've had it, I've definitely found it to be a real treasure to eat. It is great. If you wanted to try a good cake sometime, I recommend like getting, if you're not able to make it yourself, get your mom or dad to like try making you Black Forest cake. It is definitely worth it. Let me see. Black Forest cake. The ones I'm looking on. Oh wait, now I found some. It's closer to what I was thinking of. Here, let me get this. This is a picture of this. I'll copy this image address and I'll paste this in the chat really quick. Make sure it works, hopefully. This is a picture of the cake, unless it's not loading correctly. Yeah, okay, it looks like it loads correctly. It looks good, in my opinion. This is like what the cake looks like. There's other pictures of it looked a little bit different, but this is like the general gist of what the cake looks like. It is so rich, though. It is full with flavor. God, I love that cake. I can talk about a lot of different cake types I've had, though. Yeah, it looks good, and from what I've had, it is definitely a tasty cake. I can say you should try it if you ever get a chance. Black Forest cake is great. Let's see. Some other stuff that I can think of that's good. I mean, I have some kind of plain taste when it comes to cake. I don't mind eating like whatever for cake, but yeah, I don't really eat like a huge variety of like unique cakes. I've had a lot of different ones though, and they're all very good, but I will admit I eat all the main cakes most people have already had. Like I enjoy eating the strawberry shortcake, which is good, really good, or just strawberry cake, because strawberry cake is usually made really well and usually tastes really good. Also, having like a plain cake, like a chocolate cake with yellow icing, is also incredibly good. Despite being literally one of the most basic cakes out there, that chocolate cake always hits the spot when I'm in the mood for it. It's always really good. In fact, I bought like a chocolate cake recipe thing like not that long ago. I haven't got the ingredients to sit down and make it, though. I need to make it at some point. That stuff is always really good. I think one of my another favorite I've had that's really good, Italian cream cake. Oh, I've only had that like a handful of times, but God, is it great. I think it's got like a little bit of coconut flavoring in it or something, but like a white icing on it. Oh, it's so tasty. It's hard to describe like what it is about it. It's not like the way I described like how that Black Forest cake. It's more like the name says cream in it, and you can taste the cream in the cake very, very well. Italian cream cake is super good. I've only had it like so many times, but what a flavor. I think it takes a while to cook is the biggest problem with it. I think the steps for it take a lot of time, but it is really, really good. I need to look at some of these recipes. You know, if I didn't hate the idea of doing a webcam, I wouldn't mind doing a cooking stream. I don't think I'm ever going to want to do streams with a webcam on them, so I don't think I could ever do one. I would actually enjoy that if I liked having a webcam. I would totally do a cooking stream, but I don't think I'll ever get around to it. Maybe one day if I could find a solution for this where I could cook without having to worry about being in the frame of the stream, I would consider doing it, because I enjoy cooking. It's really, really good. It's really fun to cook, honestly. Even though it's not always the most satisfying experience ever, it's just nice to cook. The only thing is I don't really love cooking for a long period of time, though. I get a little bit tiresome sitting there waiting. Alright, C's. I mean, I'm about to stop the stream in a minute, actually. This next encounter is going to be the last Regice of the night, so I don't really blame you for going in just a little bit. I'm about to stop myself, actually, since I was going to do 400, but I mean, since you were online hoping to get our trades done. I'm grateful you're able to help me with that stuff, because that's a lot of stuff that I just got off my shoulders and out of the way now, and I've got my Porygon evolved, so that made things a lot easier on me. Later, man, thanks for dropping by. And we've hit 300, so I guess that's going to be our stopping point tonight. I'll go ahead and take my Master Ball. I think I forgot to take off my Pokemon earlier that I traded over here, and then I'm going to save the game and stop, because I'm not going to be doing any more since I wanted to go ahead and resume this on next stream. Yeah, give me just a second. Where is this at again? I should have a Zamazenta in here unless I do with it. That's weird. I don't know where I put him. Give me a second or two before I stop. Stream's about to end, though. I appreciate everybody hanging out. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention. It's been a very, very good night, though. Probably gonna be a slow shiny hunt overall. Thanks for dropping by, guys. I appreciate it. I really do. Oh, I hit the wrong thing. I mean, I'll take the Rusted Shield back, too, just in case. Get this back, though. There we go. But yeah, thanks for dropping by. Tonight's pretty much over. Had a lot of fun. I gotta say, over the last few streams, things have been pretty alright. It's been a good last few days. Anyway, I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas, and I hope you enjoy your Christmas Eve and Christmas Day tomorrow. I may not be online tomorrow to do any streaming. I don't know how things are going to go right now. Anyway, I'll stop the stream for tonight, and I'll see you guys again soon, hopefully. Bye, everybody. Take care. Merry Christmas. Have a great day or night. Bye.